Can you all hear me? Anybody out there? Didn't even make the can. Hello, we are back with a stream on the new computer.
Woo!
It's finally finished. So I actually finished it myself. So I finally figured out what the problem was. One cable wasn't plugged into the power supply, and the CPU cooling fan wasn't plugged in. So I plugged those two in, ran everything, restarted twice to get all the new features, and here we are. And I didn't lose files, so we're all good. So that means videos will be returning very, very soon, starting with the Sodom review this weekend.
Yeah.
But I figured since I'm now on the computer and Maniac's here, and maybe Ricky might drop in as well, I can actually do tier lists and actually help out.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Ricky, yay, the computer lives. Oh, you're seeing 28 years later? Cool. So I guess it'll be just us for the time being. Actually, I'm going to see if I can get Nick in here.
While we're waiting for
in a celebrating mood.
Yeah, while we're waiting for people to show up, I guess if I may, I'll show off some new stuff I acquired. Awesome. New music. So recently, yesterday, we went to Harrison, which is about an hour from where I live. It's a very kind of small touristy type town, but there was a local antique shop there, and they had a music section. So I picked up a couple tapes. The first one, hopefully you can see that all right.
Oh, Last in Line.
Yep, by Dio. I mean, the classic Killer album doesn't need much of an introduction. Number one that really doesn't need much of an introduction is Hellbent for Leather, Judas Priest, or Killing Machine if you are in the UK.
Yep.
I actually think it might have been spelled as Killing Machine here in Canada, so I don't know if this is like a US copy or I
think it was done in the US mainly for marketing.
Yeah,
which worked.
Yeah. And I also picked up this. Hopefully you can glare. This is Morbosidad. The album is, hold on, let me read it. Profana la Cruz del Nazareno. I don't speak Spanish at all, but this is war metal, black and bestial, black metal, whatever you want to call it.
Black and death metal.
Yeah. Damn solid stuff. Really kind of surprised I found this because, again, it's a small local antique shop. I didn't think they would carry something like this, but well, they did.
Well, for those who are tuning in, so for those of you who may have been kind of out of the loop for over a week, basically 2 weeks ago, my old computer, which is over there on the floor in front of my closet in this office, basically it was done. It was finished. So I went ahead and I bought $1,700 worth of parts to build one from scratch. This past Friday, I got it built for the most part, but I couldn't get it to turn on. I was thinking, did we do something wrong? And then I finally decided, all right, I'm just going to take a look at it. One cable wasn't plugged in and a fan cable wasn't plugged in. I got those in there barely, ran through updates and all that stuff, and here we are. If you guys want to actually look at the computer, there it is. Hey, you see my reflection? Because it's real glass.
Mm.
And what's cool about that panel, you take out the two screws, it opens like a door. It's really, really cool. And as far as the old computer, there it is right there on the floor. Thinking about selling the whole thing for like $400. Get a little bit of money back, so there you go. But yeah, there will go all them precious stickers I've acquired over the years, like the BT Bam stickers, a Thrall sticker, DK Army sticker, band stickers, label stickers. But hey, I already got a sticker to go onto this case. Grab it.
No, excuse me.
My FCK.FM sticker that I got whenever I got one of their shirts. In my opinion, best European metal magazine that has some of the hottest chicks you will ever see. And I was featured in one of their magazines. So, as fan of the month.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, I'm actually good friends with quite a few of those ladies, but I digress. So, for those who may have missed the stream Sunday when I was in Tennessee on my phone, not knowing really how to work it, here's a recap of all the stuff I got in Tennessee. These will all be covered in more in depth in a CD collection update video in like a month or so. I got Aborted, Engineering the Dead, Acid Bath Demos 93 to 96, Avantasia Paranormal Evening with the Moonflower Society, Defeated Sanity Passages into Deformity, Deftones White Pony, Motley Crue Dr. Feelgood, Motley Crue's Motley Crue, Nightingale I, Savatage Gutter Ballet, Sepultura Roots, and Skid Row Subhuman Race. So 11 CDs total, despite not having a lot of money, but hey, I'm starting to slowly build everything back up, and then eventually to the Pantera show next month, where I'll probably get a couple shirts and spend $100.
Yeah.
What's up, Aaron? Yeah, look at me now.
Yeah,
finally back with a new computer, and things are going to be better than ever. It's going to be better than ever by videos going forward, and also no fan noises like the old computer. So now whenever you watch future videos, you ain't going to hear background noise. Like in my videos for like the past 2 years. So that's going to be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm really, really, really happy right now. This is the happiest I've been in quite a while. So yeah, I'm blown away. I actually managed to get this thing working. But I got a lot of boxes to take out of here. Like that corner over there where my treadmill is, that's just all boxes. It's a mess. Which it was gonna be messy because I mean you have to take out a lot of parts. Oh man. But hey, boss, if you want to hop in here, I'll send you a Discord link. Or not Discord link. A link in from... Yeah, I'll send it in Discord. Why not? I had a lot of food for dinner. I had 4 slices of pizza and mashed potatoes and a piece of birthday cake for my mom.
Wow.
Which luckily the pizza slices, they were pretty thin. So it was like eating 2 thick slices, if anything. So I was really hungry because I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast. So, because yesterday was my mom's birthday, which, fun fact, my mom's birth date is the exact same as Chuck Billy.
Ooh.
Exact same, June 13th or 23rd, 1962. Exact. Which is pretty freaking funny. But Nick said he should be in here once he finishes editing, so we'll be
nobody bring up Cathedral
or Demolish
or Swan Song. Those 3 are permanently
banned awesome. Between you two.
Oh, don't worry.
As long as you both are in here, you are not allowed to utter those phrases.
Oh,
Demolish,
don't worry.
Cathedral, Swan Song.
I'm sure we'll find something else to argue about.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it, compadre. But yeah, right now I'm actually trying to load a CD into my external drive. So yeah, eventually, probably in like a month or so, I'll get the actual CD DVD player to mount into the computer and get rid of this external one that's always a pain in the ass. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Yeah, we're back on computer for the first time in over a week, almost 2 weeks.
Yep.
I swear it felt like I was going through withdrawal from doing videos. But for those who are going to ask, I still not listened to Cryptopsy yet or Ailstorm. Those were going to be the two big reviews this past weekend I was wanting to do. I might do them as like midweek reviews, as like catch up reviews for you guys, and then we'll be
Yeah. I haven't heard the new Ailstorm, but dude, that new
I heard
Cryptopsy
it was.
works.
I heard the new Ailstorm was awesome too. So.
Well, I heard Russell Allen from Symphony X was on one of their songs, which I think is pretty damn neat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Symphony X and I love Russell Allen.
So
hey, what's up, Tony?
I know I missed doing reviews. Yeah, it's been over a week since that Death Goat review. But don't worry, we'll be caught up soon this weekend with the Sodom review and a bunch of stuff. Actually, I think there's a lot coming out this coming weekend that I actually need help deciding the fourth review. Let me actually look at my schedule here. Yeah, I got 7 listed, but the 3 reviews I'm definitely doing are Sodom, Inhuman Condition, and Lord Belial.
Mm-hmm.
But I might set up a poll for which one of these 4 you guys would like to see me do for a review. Creeping Fear, Heaven Shall Burn, Drawn and Quartered, or Beyond Immortal Dreams.
There's a new Drawn and Quartered album?
I guess so. Lord of Two Horns is what it's called.
I mean, my vote go to that because I love Drawn and Quartered.
I haven't checked to see if there's anything else coming out on the 4th of July. That's not Erebor. So there might be only one review, or hell, that might be the weekend where I'll do the Cryptopsy and Ailstorm reviews as like catch-up reviews. But you never know. Things are looking up all over the place, so there you go. Meanwhile, this damn external DVD player just does not want to load for me. I'm trying to get all these songs added on. But one really cool thing about this front panel, there's a USB-C port for my phone. I don't have to use this shitty old cable ever again. So that might go in the garbage. So, yeah. I've had that cable for 5 years and it's wore out to shit, so.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the end, honestly, the later half of this year is just absolutely stacked for new releases, to be honest.
Yeah, especially
August
with Based. I can't wait to hear that. In Mourning, Halloween, and then September we got new Amorphous, which
and Paradise Lost.
Yeah, I forgot to. I haven't checked out. I haven't looked at Metal Archives since before the old computer went to hell to see what was coming up that I might have added to the list.
Also, speaking of Death Doom, there's a new November's Doom coming out as well.
Oh, and that's a band I need to dig further into.
Yeah, me too. But that's actually coming out on the same day as the new Paradise Lost, that's
very fitting.
Yeah, I guess that's the day if you want to get sad. No, Thomas
Janssen.
Another new album I'm actually really excited for. In August is the new Vicious Rumors album, which because I'm a giant
on the list. Fan. So yeah, basically the 3 guaranteed reviews for that August 29th weekends in Mourning, Halloween, Vicious Rumors. The biggest one for me is going to be in Mourning.
Probably Halloween for me.
All right, now the freaking CD player actually works. But yeah, and then as far as July, I mean, I haven't looked at the archives for a little while. But right now, July looks kind of quiet.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like, the big release I'm looking forward to is on the 11th, the new Angerot. Which, Angerot's an awesome death metal band from South Dakota. They're basically Midwestern bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, both of the guys who are in that band, as well as Suffer and Empty Throne, those guys are hard working dudes. Like, holy crap. Like, I can't believe how hard they push their stuff out.
Yeah, July's not looking super stacked for new releases. Like,
so July might be the month of like random videos coming from me, like topical videos about metal, and because I am thinking about eventually. I was gonna do it recently, but I never got around to it. To do like a announcement about whenever I reach 5,000 subscribers. Because actually, let me see how many subs I have up to date right now. I am currently 62 subscribers away from 5,000. So thinking about, because I'm hoping I can get to 5,000 around the time my birthday comes around on August 8th. And I can do a super stream that day where I can celebrate turning 31, but also 5,000 subscribers. Might do a giveaway. Hopefully it would work out this time. I tried doing a giveaway last time and it was a failure. So I hope I can work something out this time. So, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of good things coming pretty soon. But anyways, enough about me. Maniac, how was you today?
I am all right. Yeah, like I said, yesterday went to a small town about an hour away from here. It's just kind of like a family, like getaway day. That was nice. Stop by I wasn't necessarily like the biggest fan of like, because this town is it's mostly just kind of like a tourist trap. Really, it's all gift shops and like stuff like that. But that one little antique store was also quite cool. I got a couple books, but probably no one's interested in books because, yeah. But yeah, that was actually a really cool little store. Yeah.
And we have a boss who's sideways.
Sideways.
Damn it. I thought... never mind. I thought wrong, apparently.
Well, you thought wrong.
You thought wrong.
All right, now that boss is here, we can't talk about Venom.
Or Bathory. You had to say it.
I did listen to in my latest collection update. I did have Welcome to Hell, Not Warward Satan. So there you
go. And you're black.
Sorry, I had to put my lights on.
Oh.
Making me look cool.
Ooh.
You were talking about Levi. You were talking about you had some albums that you got on your trip to Tennessee. I actually had some albums that came from that were I can't speak, that were released this year that I just got in the mail over the weekend while my folks were out of town.
Yeah.
Got the Anthropomorphia album, Devoid of Light.
Ooh.
Great album. Really damn good stuff. And then I got this album that you missed out on, the new Cryptopsy.
I still need to listen to it. I was just talking about how it seems like July is going to be kind of slow. So I'm thinking for the weekend of 4th of July, because there's only one album I see. I'm thinking about doing my catch-up reviews on Cryptopsy and Ailstorm.
Oh, dude, it's July, killer shit.
I believe it.
I think it's better than the last album. Even Mike DeSalvo, the vocalist that came after Lord Worm, he appears on
Whispered Intimacy.
Yeah. But I also got one of my favorite death metal albums of the year, the new Gruesome
Oh yeah.
I didn't have a chance to review this one with the new Catatonia because something came up last minute, but yeah, one of my favorite death metal albums of the year.
Perfect human
Death worship.
tribute.
Yes.
Oh yeah. After all, I do wish there were more death metal bands inspired by death.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Which there are plenty, but I wish there was more.
arguably every death metal band was inspired by death, but
But in terms of like the continuation of death sound,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just
which you hear it in spurts in other bands like Blood Incantation. You hear it in spurts, like the melodies and the harmonies, like especially on the last album on Absolute Elsewhere, and towards the end of the song to Stargate, where you get that section where it's like slower and groovier. You get those harmonies and melodies that sound like death, and then they turn acoustic, and it almost sounds like Nile, which is really cool. With the bongos going off too, because Isaac Falk's a freak of a drummer.
Yeah. I got the Rivers of Nile self-titled album.
I need to get that one. That's a great album.
Oh, dude.
I still need to dive more into Rivers of Nile. I still have.
I still need to listen in full to Where Owls Know My Name, which I have, but I just not gotten around to listening to it yet.
Mm-hmm. And I have an album I have not listened to yet, but there was one track that I did listen to that played on my car stereo that got me interested. Volbeat's latest album.
Volbeat's new album's really good. It's really fun. Really,
the track
really
they
fun.
played, Demonic Depression. Holy fuck, that song's heavy, but very catchy.
I love their balance of like rockabilly grooves and bordering on thrash at times.
Yeah.
And Michael Paulson, I like his vocals, even if they sound like Keith Caputo a little bit.
I think he sounds better than Keith Caputo, honestly.
I agree. I think he's a better Keith Caputo.
He's less whiny than Keith Caputo.
He sounds more Western and tough.
Less emo.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got a very nice crew.
Well, early Keith Caputo, like the first Life of Agony album, that was some cool vocals.
Well, it's kind of like sad boy hardcore on that first album.
Like Alice in Chains hardcore, kind of, maybe.
Yeah. Like, I'm sad.
Which I need to get that first. I need to get River Runs Red, because that is a legit fantastic album.
I have not listened to River Runs Red for quite a while, honestly.
I need to get into Life of Agony. I really do. I've been kind of missing.
I'm not the world's biggest Life of Agony fan. I'm more so a fan of the first album because it was like more groove metal,
kind of sludgy a little bit,
sludgy proto metalcore kind of style.
Yeah,
like you can definitely, when you listen to that album, you can definitely tell where a lot of the '90s metallic hardcore and metalcore got their sound from. Them and Biohazard too.
Wasn't one of the guys from Typo in that?
Sal Abrascato, the drummer.
Sal Abrascato, thank you. Yeah, I knew one of them. Well, New York guys.
And Josh Silver produced it too.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Josh Silver do like production for one of their albums?
Yeah, for the first album. Yep.
After that first album, it kind of changed.
Yeah, afterwards it was more alternative metal.
Alternative rock, even a little bit.
The New York boys, the hardcore guys.
Brooklyn, New York hardcore.
New York hardcore. Hey.
That was more Italian. What are you talking about?
Italian hardcore. Spaghetti.
Okay, Mario.
Why aren't you using the fresh mozzarella? It's yellow. Not approved.
New York, big titty, big titty.
There's a spaghetti in the Peter Luigi.
That's a spicy meatball.
Did any of you guys watch the latest or the last Super Mario Brothers movie that came out 2 years ago? Oh, it's great.
Watch it, though. I've heard it's fantastic, but I just have not gotten around to watching it.
Dude, Jack Black stole the fucking show as Bowser. He was great in that movie.
I heard Chris Pratt did great as Mario.
Pratt did good too. The only complaint I had is that they kind of shoved Luigi to the side for a good chunk of the movie. It's like, he's an essential character of the movie, but
yeah.
What do I know? I'm a fucking mark.
Real quick, boss. I don't think he was here when I showed it off. There's the new.
Oh, I can't.
And you can see me. And you can see me. because it's
Okay,
real
John
glass.
Cena.
It's real glass. Cry me a river.
Thanks, numbnuts. You kicked out the biggest draw of your fucking company with your stupid ass remarks. Creamy River, and he got fucking choked out by a guy who couldn't do MMA to save his life.
Anyways, let's not dive down that rabbit hole.
That's a discussion for a different day. You don't know what we're talking about, Maniac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
wrestling drama.
Wrestling.
But
Wrestling? That's a different kind.
I only know Turkish oil wrestling.
What the
but
fuck
anyways,
did you just call me,
so
mister?
I don't. Trying to think of some good tier lists we can do. Since now that I got the computer running, I can actually do these properly.
Yay!
Hey.
I did pull up one on the stream last night, but y'all, I don't think got to it. Have you done an 80s thrash tier list?
I'm pretty sure we have.
Like
feel like we've done a
thrash,
couple.
I'm
thrash
really
metal?
certain we've had. Yeah, I'm certain we've done one.
Like the thrash
done, like,
albums, maybe.
Yeah, but I know we did 80s thrash albums for sure.
Yeah.
See, we covered like every like genre. I feel like we're into under the sun.
Almost, yeah.
Because we've done death metal, doom metal, black, prog, thrash, traditional metal, power metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's
do a shit band poll.
Shit.
Or shit album poll. Oh shit bands.
We kind of did the shit albums.
Yeah, shit albums was enough.
Yeah, you had a lot of fun with that one.
There were a couple I did when you guys did. I'm like, those weren't that terrible. Like, Nostradamus is worse than Demolition Maniac.
It is. It is so much worse.
No.
Yes, it is.
Hey, kid, listen here. I'm older than you. Look, I know Nostradamus is long. Really long. Like, if I'm going to bitch about Maiden doing long albums, I'm going to bitch about Priest doing long albums. However, if Nostradamus took... It's kind of like the load and reload mentality. You take the best songs off of side A, and you take the best songs out of side B, you put them in together and make a... If they want to go an hour, fine. I'm fine with that. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But no, they wanted to do all that.
And it was terrible. It was unlistenable.
There was a couple tracks that weren't bad. Death is...
Alright, anyways, let's not go further into the rabbit hole. So I found one tier list we can do, even though I know a lot of us are going to be like, don't know or whatever.
Is it the best porn tier list?
Metalcore albums.
Oh, fuck.
I might have to sit on this one because I'm not really too familiar with metalcore, unfortunately. Wait, is it albums?
There will be some albums that you'll...
Oh, it's albums, okay.
Yeah.
If there's stuff like All Out War in here, then I'll probably be able to talk a little bit.
Alright, so I'll change the tiers. So we kick off with Beartooth Aggressive. I'm not a Beartooth.
No clue.
I wouldn't tell you from a can of paint.
But we got Killswitch Engage, Alive or Just Breathing. That goes into top tier.
I've only listened to...
It's arguably the best Killswitch album. It's between it and End of Heartache, the first one with Howard Jones.
Yeah.
It's neck and neck between those two, but Alive or Just Breathing is heavy, but great hooks.
I do have their first album. Their first album, I think, is actually pretty good, too. But
I need to get their first album,
it's their
first of two self-titled.
Yeah, their first self-titled. I don't see. That's what confuses me. Why would you have two self-titled albums?
Yeah, that's weird.
St. Vitus did that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, St. Vitus did do that. Yeah. I don't know. That's just...
But anyways, Trivium Ascendancy. That's another, for me, top tier. Even though, again... I don't think it's metalcore.
I never considered it a metalcore band either.
I think it's more thrash meets melodeath.
Yeah. Kind of like, it's like more of in a line of like The Haunted, in a way.
Maybe a little more on the Melodeath side than the Haunted.
Yeah, I never considered Trivium a metalcore. Like, maybe the vocals are a little.
It's only the vocals and the occasional breakdowns, but I'm going to say it again. If your album has 65% or more guitar solos, you're not metalcore anymore. Because when I think metalcore, I think little to no solos in metalcore.
You can say that about Killswitch Engage too. I honestly
Killswitch, they only have very few solos though, so they still qualify as metalcore.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
I feel like the term metalcore is just kind of oddly applied, especially nowadays. I feel like the term metalcore has evolved over the past 20 years. It just kind of refers to like mainstream sounding metal bands that like aren't new metal. I feel like that's how it's been used nowadays for sure, though.
Yeah, like Spirit Box, for example.
Yeah, which they're not. I don't consider them a metalcore band. They're just an alternative metal band to me.
That's fair.
Get Scared. I got no idea. Blessed to Fall. This is a band I hear a lot about, but I've never gotten around to them. Same with Norma Jean. Wage War. I don't care for.
They're kind of metalcore-ish. They have, even though it's not a genre, they're a little more genty in a way, kind of like Meshuggah in some ways.
Yeah.
But we get to another top tier one for me, Avenged Sevenfold. But then again, this ain't a metalcore album.
That's not a metalcore album, really.
If it was Waken the Fallen, even though that arguably I think it's metalcore because there was more than 65% guitar solos, but that would have been more fitting than City of Evil. Or City of Evil, that was the shift when Avenged Sevenfold decided to get rid of the hardcore influences and become just straight up metal.
The Maiden melodies really came in forward. I will say musically, it is their best album. I still think it's good. It's just
I still think it's fantastic. It's like a hybrid of Maiden, Blind Guardian, Metallica, Megadeth.
There are like very
little Dream Theater nods too, like little prog nods in there too.
Yeah. It's just my thing with
I know it's the vocals, but I can look past and just think, you know what, the music's fucking outstanding.
Yeah. It's like my thing with Megadeth. Like, if the vocals were better, I would have liked them more. I do have a good chunk of Avenged Sevenfold, though.
I don't think they have a flat-out bad album. There's just a couple that are okay-ish, like the debut and Life is But a Dream, but like literally everything in between those albums, I think
good.
Is great. Even Hail to the King, despite it being basically Black Album worship, at times, it was still fun. But The Stage, that's an album I think more metalheads should listen to, because that was when they basically decided to become a prog metal band.
Yeah. I feel like, with Hail to the King and the White Album, they're kind of one of
similar. Like, they were more, like, the White Album was definitely a more experimental album. Where it's like you get your classic staples.
Jam though, like a little.
Oh yeah, Afterlife. Afterlife's probably the best song on there. That's like perfection.
Like I can say whatever I want about M. Shadows as a vocalist, but when he has some catchy hooks, it's pretty fucking catchy.
He can deliver.
He can.
Anyways, Parkway Drive. I forget the name of this one. I haven't listened to Parkway Drive in a while, but I know it's like the last 10 years they've kind of shifted away from metalcore and more towards classic heavy metal, but with hardcore vocals.
See, that's kind of a band that I've been wanting to get into, but for some reason I just couldn't. Like, I don't know. Like, they have songs I like. They have songs I like, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there's some damn good songs from Parkway Drive.
I feel like they're pretty much like Australia's biggest export in terms of like metal.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like, I heard songs off their 2015 album. It was like Crushed, which was like straight up metallic hardcore, and then Vice Grip, where you get some like classic heavy metal hooks in there. Bring Me the Horizon. I forget. I think this is their second album. I don't know. Don't care.
Nah.
No idea what that is. Falling in Reverse can fuck off. Code Orange Forever. Now, Code Orange, aside from... we actually got a random Necrotic Nick.
Hey,
what's up?
Nick, I'm finally here.
I think that's Bring Me the Horizon's third album, actually. I don't know. The only one I actually like is the first one.
Yeah, Count Your Blessings.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah, I
I
like
think my
Deathcore, Black Dahlia.
is my camera fucked up for you guys?
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, okay.
What else?
Well, for some reason, like
I
it's
can
like,
see.
I've
it's
never
like
listened
this.
to Beartooth. Bless the Fall, I've never liked. That first Norma Jean's good. It's just a botch worship album. Motionless in White, I've never liked.
No.
What is
I
that
never
one?
got into them.
For all those sleeping.
Who the fuck knows what that is? That one's actually not terrible. I saw them once. They were good live up until they told everyone that Jesus loves them and got ridiculed off the stage. And then Goat Whore came on to reset the fest.
There you go.
Demon Hunter is kind of boring. Parkway Drive, that one's probably what the last one I actually enjoyed. It's very Kill Switch-esque. There's nothing really special about it, but it's decent. And then fucking Falling in Reverse, dude. Fucking broke hole.
But anyways, Code Orange Forever.
Actually, I would put that up.
Get into more Code Orange.
I would put that one up kind of high. That's pretty decent. It's still kind of got the mixtape sort of vibe where like all the tracks kind of bounce around genres. The one before that is the one I really like.
Yeah, I need to listen to more Code Orange because mainly the only Code Orange I know is the stuff they've done with WWE for Bray Wyatt, which both of those songs were killer.
The earlier stuff is the better stuff.
Yeah, they've done some good stuff for NXT. And there's like a few tracks I do like. I don't know.
Haven't dove into them full on.
They're very weird. Like they really like shift up their sound like almost every track.
Yeah, you can go from like beat down metalcore to fucking like new metal to like fucking
industrial
pumpkin song to industrial. That's why I call it like mixtape core or mixtape metal.
Yeah, that's fair. Cancer Bats, Hail Destroyer. I've
That
never gotten
album
into Cancer Bats.
I need to get into Cancer Bats. Dude.
That's the
I
album.
know Liam Cormier, the frontman, but
it's kind of like Every Time I Die, but they also mix in like Southern sludge riffs too. Like there's stuff in them that sounds like Down. Occasionally Pantera. That album is a fucking banger. I love that album.
Can't tell what this
Architects. That's back when they were pretty decent. I don't like anything they do now. They're just decent metalcore.
Hey, what's up, Tyler?
Tyler.
What up, Tyler?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Frederick?
Necrophilia.
That's Frederick.
Oh yeah, Frederick. Yes.
He changes his name way too often.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track.
Stick one.
What do we have here?
Postfall Satellites. That's a good album. More atmospheric kind of alt leaning stuff. A lot of Deftones-ish material kind of on that one. That's Trustkill stuff. I used to be a huge Trustkill fan back in the day.
Yeah, wasn't Bleeding Through on Trustkill?
Bleeding Through was on there. Poison the Well. They had a lot. They were very much ingrained in the whole like metalcore scene back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah. What do we got here?
Oh, is that? Hold on. Now maybe it's not the one I'm thinking. I don't know that one.
Can't tell this one.
Funeral for a Friend. I don't know.
The Lost Boss.
The Amenity Affliction.
I've never listened to that band, so
Me neither. And then this one. Let me see what this one is. Lost Boy by My Children, My Bride.
I don't know that album, but I've seen them before. They were all right. Solid State metalcore, so metalcore for the Lord.
Accidental
Oath.
That one's all right. I don't know. Like I've kind of been half in, half out on that band. Like I did really like them earlier on, but
when they were like more death metal kind of oriented, death metal, metalcore, black metal.
They were more. I mean, they were kind of on the cusp of being like the emo band or the metalcore band. It was kind of back and forth. I don't know if you know Maylene and the Sons of Disaster.
Yep.
Yeah, their first harsh vocalist is the front man of that band. He left after their first album.
Yep. North Lane.
Never listened to him.
Me neither.
Poison the Well off in December.
I need to check this one out.
That's kind of like a holy grail metalcore
for like the melodic metalcore style.
I want to say in those sessions they did cover Smashing Pumpkins. I don't think it's on that album, but that's often regarded as their best album. I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's good, but yeah, it's up there on the Mount Rushmore, I would say.
Rage by Attila.
Attila sucks.
I don't care. Fucking Attila's garbage.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh no, that's also. Oh god damn it! We just had them.
Oh, Bring Me the Horizon Sempiternal.
I
heard it was fine.
I haven't listened to it in forever.
But yeah, what the hell is this?
Was it a narwhal?
I see My Friends on Fire. Slaughter Without Laughter. I set My Friends on Fire. Yeah, I
don't know that band.
Yeah, just put them there. Attack.
Never liked them. I've never liked that band at all. They're the crabcore bands. Asking Alexandra sucks. I've never cared for them.
Yeah, I don't.
They're garbage.
All That Remains, Fall of Ideals.
Yeah, up there top. I would put it at the top. That's their best album.
I would agree. Blow for My Valentine to Poison. It's good, but I think Scream Aim Fire was way better.
That was more of a thrash album. That one's still in that melodic metalcore thing. Like it's
very much akin to Trivium.
It's Trivium for the scene kids.
I need to get into more Bullet for My Valentine. I've heard songs, but
I'd say the first two albums. Just go first two albums.
Yeah.
Lesser degree to third album. There was some good stuff on the third album. Then after that, it's oh dear Lord.
Temper. Delicious.
Oh, From Autumn to Ashes. I haven't jammed that album in a while, but I would actually put that one up probably in the same tier as Bullet for My Valentine. That's often regarded as metalcore, emotional hardcore cusp.
Yeah.
It was Ferret Records. It was another big label back then.
We Came as Romans.
Never cared for
them. What is this? Black
Flame?
I have no idea what that is. Day to Remember, blah.
Whoop, missed it.
Oh, there we go.
August Burns Red. That's a good one. That's less breakdown heavy, though. I don't know why they put that one in there.
What the hell is this one now? Grey Haven, Empty Black. Don't know that one. Vane, don't know.
They're kind of spazzy metalcore, bits of industrial and a little bit of new metal. I don't know. They're all right. I don't know. I know people were fucking, really just going nuts for them a while ago.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put all these in the back. All right, we have Sylar Help.
I don't know.
Knocked
Loose. That's their first.
This is Knocked Loose.
Dude, that album's awesome. Like again, vocals. People don't like the high pitched arf, but dude, riff wise, there's flat out death metal riffs on there. Shit.
I still need to listen to some Knocked Loose.
Again, it's getting past the vocals. Once you gotta just all right, we'll just tune that part out. Get on those riffs. Those riffs are fucking devastating.
The main thing I've heard, at least when it comes to Knocked Loose, was this Instagram account I watch. A drummer named Ethan something who plays in like a cover band in Nashville. They play at bars. That's where you see those how to get fired from a gig videos.
Oh yeah.
And he did one where they're playing I think it was Counting Worms. I think that's the name of the song from Knocked Loose, where right before the breakdown, he hits his soundboard and does the bonk, bonk, and then the big heavy breakdown. Like, okay, this might be something up my alley. Ms. May I?
Never care for him. There's like charges going on with their front man. Last I checked.
Oh, nasty.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that too. Yeah, I heard
What is
about
that?
that.
Dealer?
The Soulbird extended play.
I don't know, but that looks, I mean, at least visually, like the kind of metalcore that I would like. Seven Dust is on there? Wait, no. I thought that was that Seven Dust Alpha album for a second.
No,
What is
they're
that?
more groove metal.
What is this? It's from a band that says "So What."
I don't know.
And then Stick to Your Guns, Screw Off.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan.
Not
What
a
is
fan
that?
of Stick to Your Guns. Is this
Cane Hill.
Cane Hill, Too Far Gone?
Oh, I know a couple of songs from them. They played I think two of their songs played for NXT's New Orleans.
Oh
Lord of the
yeah,
Flies.
that's true.
Lord of the Flies and
They're kind of that new metalcore, like
New
Orthodox,
metalcore.
oh, it follows. That's what it was.
Kala.
Oh, so I guess according to Aaron, the So What album is While She Sleeps. Which
Oh, then yeah,
I've
I
never gotten into them.
don't know that one. Cave In.
Cave In.
That's all right. That's the wrong album to have on this list because that's more like shoegazy post rock alternative. It's good. It's one of my least favorite by them, but it's not the right one. They do look like they have the right one on here though. If you scroll back down, oh no, maybe they don't. God, that's the wrong fucking pick for that band.
How many albums are there? Holy shit.
Bad Omens.
Suck.
Never
God.
gotten into. Botch.
Oh, dude, yeah. Was that? Yep. Yeah, that's a fantastic one. That's kind of almost the birth of mathcore right there.
Mm-hmm.
We Are the Romans.
Yep. Calculating Infinity, no need.
Yeah.
It's top. That's
There's-
such a manic album.
Oh, dude, Sugar Coated Sour.
43% burnt.
Yep.
Now, Silosis, this is an interesting band because I feel like they're like Trivium to a degree.
Oh, they are.
Where it's like, to me, I other than their new album, I thought their new album was more metalcore, but before that, I think they were basically Melodeath meets thrash.
Hey, what's going on, Rick?
Hey,
That's
Rick.
my new rig.
Hey.
Well, actually, real quick, there it is. You can see me. Hey, yeah, it's a big freaking case, like I said. But anyways, let me get the layout back. How the hell did I have it? Oh, here we go. I got the layout now. All right. So anyways, so Silosis, judging from their early stuff being good, I'll put them up in grade. I need to listen to their early stuff.
Impressed with their last one.
Their
Man,
last album I didn't care for.
We heard it from their fucking fans. Their fans are fucking, little.
Not happy about it.
Oh, dude, there was a dude that just everything he fucking said was in caps locks. Like, oh my goodness, he's so angry.
Calm down. Have some dick.
What the hell is this? Is this
I don't know.
Is that Every Time I Die?
No,
no Eskimo Cowboy?
I don't know. I've heard of this band, but
I've
never
heard the name come up, but I've never listened to. Now,
They
As I
became
Lay
electric
Dying for a Word's
Cowboy.
Collapse, I love that album.
I don't know if it's like all-time favorites because I think Shadows Are Security and I know
I do think Shadows Are Security. I think those are better, but since it's the only one, and I personally love For a Word's Collapse. I love how raw it is.
The drum sound always kind of bugged me on that one.
Yeah, the snare was very strange, but it was.
Yeah.
I liked the raw energy behind it. Free.
I don't know.
No idea. This one.
Oh, dude, God Forbid.
I need to get. I've never gotten into God Forbid.
Dude, that's an awesome album. Like, honestly, God Forbid we're fucking so fucking underrated.
Yeah. What do we got next?
What is that?
Who's this? Greeley Estates.
I don't think I've ever listened to them. I've heard of them. Who's this?
Let's see. Says Heart and Hand.
I don't know.
Every Time I Die, Hot Damn.
That's not the one I would pick, but I mean that's a pretty fun one. That's got Ebola Rama on it, and I like that song.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh wow,
Within
Within Ruins.
Ruins.
It's almost kind of genty metalcore. They're fun. Their guitar work is it's almost like video game music. I don't know. I dig them.
Video game music.
But here we get another top tier one, Jane Doe by
Oh, yeah,
Converge.
No argument here.
Palisades.
I don't know that one.
Palisade, I think.
Snapcase.
Snapcase.
God tier. Like that's one of Victory Records' best albums ever released.
I need to check out Snapcase. Then again, I've heard from even some of the real like OG metallic hardcore people saying that they were not fans of Snapcase.
Oh, dude, that album right there is where you start.
But meanwhile, Satisfaction of Death Desire, hell yes. Might be my favorite Hatebreed album. I don't know.
Dude,
it's tough between the first three.
Those first three
are so killer.
I mean, that one, dude, I heard before Dishonor on the same compilation that I heard Harrison Bergeron off that Snapcase album. And yeah, I was like, okay, both these fucking rule.
I need to get more Hatebreed.
Oh, not my favorite Caliban album, but Caliban's pretty decent as far as like melodic metalcore. Like they're kind of in that same vein as Heaven Shall Burn. Ice Nine Kills sucks. Ymir fucking sucks.
Yep.
That's the Agonist, I think. Which they're not metalcore.
Yeah, they're mellow death.
Their vocals are impressive.
What is this?
Oh,
The Chariot.
That's kind of like
more mathcore. So.
Yeah, I'm like it's the original frontman from Norma Jean, right?
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
Oh God, I only have one Propane album. I don't know how much more Propane I'm going to get after that.
All right, Memphis Mayfire.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're
Glass Cloud.
I don't know who that is.
Glass Cloud by the Royal Thousand.
Ooh, got a lion.
Another top tier, Bleeding Through. This is Love, This is Murderous.
Oh yeah, that's still my favorite.
That's like perfect blend of metalcore, mellow death, symphonic black metal.
Yeah.
Perfect blend.
You gotta see him on that tour.
Threat Signal.
Not that album, but I mean they were decent. They're kind of like a bridge between mellow death and metalcore. A little bit cleaner, a little bit more melodic. Fists. I can't get behind that dude's vocals.
Wait, who is that?
Like he does this like quivering vocal thing that is so goddamn annoying.
Who was it again?
36 Crazy
Fists.
From Alaska.
Never heard of him.
This
Capre.
I can't really.
I have no idea who that is.
Terror.
Top notch. That I love that album, dude. One with the Underdogs.
This cover looks pretty cool. Who's this?
Something Sleeper. Oh,
yeah, that album.
Yeah, no,
Sleeper.
Sleeper. Yeah, that was all right. Fuck. God damn it. Why can't I?
He Is Legend.
He Is Legend. White Bat. That's a good album. It's barely metalcore at that point. It's a lot of southern rock, sludge, like metalcore breakdowns and shit, thrash metal. That band's fucking fun. The album after that's even better.
Wait,
what? And then finally, Zao.
Legend?
Zao's top. Zao's that band's amazing. I don't think they have an album that they put out that I didn't like. Like that's definitely the more raw, like kind of dark shit, which is weird because at least for a while they were pretty damn Christian.
So yeah, definitely some glaring omissions like Earth Crisis, Destroy the Machines should have been on here. I'm fine with Unearth and Shadows Fall not being on here because I don't think they're metalcore to me.
They are.
They're more.
Well, all right.
Again, same with Trivium.
Undeath is metalcore. They're still metallic hardcore.
Guitar solos, though, man.
Yeah, you can have guitar solos in. In Cold Blood, man, they used to be like ripping solos on that, and that's straight up fucking hardcore.
What
I
about
don't know. I have a hard time. Again, as I always say, I have a hard time with calling bands metalcore if you have more than 65% guitar solos.
what about
Yeah.
Fit for an Autopsy?
Deathcore.
But deathcore. We're talking straight up like
Okay.
metalcore, metallic hardcore.
I thought Fit for an Autopsy was
They're
metalcore.
deathcore. They're deathcore.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Man,
More
they
on,
got
the death,
vocals
more
on
on
it.
the death metal side.
Oh,
I never got a chance to see
no, I'm
them
thinking
live.
of
Sadly.
Upon a Burning Body. That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
It's still
Wrong
almost.
They're
fucking
also deathcore too.
They're deathcore too. Fuck, I don't know what I'm thinking of then. Don't listen to
But
none
other
of those.
omissions, I killed the prom queen.
That was like Australia's big fucking metalcore band.
Yeah,
Johnny
and
Truant. Johnny
And then
Truant from
Parkway, and then
UK.
Parkway Drive took that spot.
I mean, they're the bigger band, but I Killed the Prom Queen was kind of the one that at least, that there were. I want to
They
say
were like the
one that-
inception of the Australian sound.
Yeah.
Other bands and albums.
Well, all right. Cave In, they shouldn't have had Antenna. They should have had Until Your Heart Stops, because that is a god tier like math metalcore fucking debut.
There's a huge one missing. Coalesce.
Yeah. Well,
They should have put a Coalesce album on here. I mean, again, mathcore, but still.
I mean, it would still fit. I mean, A Revolution in Just Listening is still like that. That was a big album for me back, 98.
Mm-hmm. Who else? That's like critically missing on this list in terms of a band.
Strife in This Defiance. That's one of my favorite Metallica hardcore albums.
Shai Hulud.
Martyr AD. Martyr AD was a pretty big one. Shai Hulud, yeah.
There you go, boss. You're thinking of Fit for a
King. Yeah, that's what
Vision of Disorder. That's a big one.
Oh, dude,
Integrity's missing on here too.
All Out War should be on here.
Ringworm.
Yeah, All Out War. All Out War, 100%.
All Out War, yeah. I mean, metallic hardcore meets Slayer. And it's nasty.
People fucking call them Slayer core. They're not really shying away from it. Like, no, that's fine.
Yeah. Ringworm. There should have been a Ringworm album.
Oh, yeah. Ringworm, yeah.
But that's kind of a rough ranking of metalcore albums. It was the only one I found that had a lot of albums.
That goes to show you how much me and Maniac know about metalcore.
Yeah.
I contributed about 3%.
There's like those top ones right there, and like those first two brackets, I'd say check those out. I mean, if you're looking for the more harsh stuff, like, I mean, Converge's Jane Doe.
Yes.
See, I'm
Dillinger, Calculating
picky when it comes to
Infinity.
metalcore, though.
Yeah,
Like, I have
same.
some albums. I've got some albums, but I don't know. It's just I listened to it quite a bit when I was in high school, but never went back to it.
Oh, another one missing. Heaven Shall Burn.
Yeah, we have Caliban, but it's not one of the albums I would have picked. Like, I would have picked probably an earlier one. But, no Heaven Shall Burn. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. But yeah, like this is kind of a rough ranking.
Born from Pain. I want to say I think they're Dutch or Danish. Really, they're like the Danish equivalent of fucking Hatebreed. They're pretty damn solid.
All right, so let's try a different list. Nick, give me a subgenre and we'll see. Oh, wait, what, Maniac?
I just sent you a tier list that I just have been spending the last couple minutes creating.
This is going to be good.
I get the credit.
Thrash metal sophomore albums.
All right.
I literally just made this one, so there's a ton missing, obviously, but yeah.
All right, well, kicking off with Annihilator, Never Neverland.
It's a good album. It's a solid album.
That's a great.
I think it's almost on par to Alice in Hell, but not quite stronger.
Sixes and sevens. That song fucking whoops ass.
Oh
yeah.
The sandwicher, the mac and cheese one is fucking stupid, but it's
Anthrax, Spreading Disease.
Top tier.
Top tier. Love it. Love it.
It's
Dude,
One of my
Medusa is
favorite
like
Anthrax
one of
albums.
my favorite sing-along car, like in the car songs.
I think it was my number 3.
AIR, maybe my favorite Anthrax song of all time. Maybe.
Dude, even like some kind of like deep cuts like Lone Justice, that's such a fucking catchy
The
song.
Enemy.
Medusa.
The Enemy's so
Enemy.
good.
Oh, Gun Ho!
Aftershock.
Yeah.
Artillery.
Terror Squad.
I need to
Yeah,
get
I
more
don't have
need to
Artillery,
listen
dude.
to Artillery.
I
I
have
would
not
say amazing for this album. The production isn't the best, but this is to me was a big improvement from their debut because the songwriting was just better. Like there's just some killer riffs on this album. Obviously, by inheritance, that's the one Artillery album that like
Yeah.
everyone
Everybody
rants and
knows,
raves about.
or at least has heard about. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's but Terror Squad's a solid album.
Atrophy.
Violent by nature.
It's a drop off from the first one for sure. Like I
Yeah.
liked it. It's still good. I'd put it at great. Like it's still a really solid album, but again,
No,
that
not as good as
first
the
one
debut.
whoops so much.
I've only jammed a Title Track, and Title Track's pretty good. I liked it.
Blood Feast.
Chopping Block Blues.
I have that
Never
one.
heard of it.
It's a damn good album.
I'd say
I've heard
great.
of them.
To me, it's a downgrade from the first one, but
Jersey
it's still
Slinger.
really good. Yeah,
Carnivore Retaliation.
It's
top
better
tier.
than the first one. That's my Carnivore album.
Yeah.
I need to get in the Carnivore.
So aggressive.
Dude,
so
Ground Zero Brooklyn.
heavy.
Jesus Hitler.
Mhm.
Suck my dick.
Was World War 3 and 4 on that album? Or
That was
that
on the first album.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That was on the first album. What else was on Retaliation
Jesus
that I
Hitler.
liked?
Was Race War?
Yep.
That's a killer song.
Yeah, that was really good. No, I'm thinking of something else. Anyways, Corrosion of Conformity, Animosity.
Of that era, that's their best album.
Was it Animosity?
Yeah.
I would honestly, besides like kind of like wonky production, I think it's a really good album.
I love that album, dude.
It's really good.
It's definitely the best of
they
their
would get
crossover
better.
era.
They would get better, but like
When they
somewhat
became
of it-
more like stoner sludge.
Yeah.
That's the
Great.
era of COC I like more.
I got into them with the Pepper era. Like the first album I picked up was Deliverance because
Masterpiece.
I love that fucking album so goddamn much. That and White
Albatross,
Blood
my wounds.
is amazing
Oh.
too.
Hell, I love Blind too, and that's kind of like the transitional album almost.
Yeah. Dude, In the Arms of God too. Oh
Yeah.
I only have one COC album, and that was America's Volume Dealer, and it was
it was okay.
I like that album. It's,
All right,
it's
next up, Corner Punishment for
Oh, it's
Decadence.
top tier.
oh,
I'd
dude,
probably
I
bump
need
it down
to
to-
listen to more Corner.
I
I'll
would
bump it
probably
down to
bump it down to
Fantastic because I think No More Colors better.
I
think
mean, No More Color and Mental.
I think RIP is better, honestly. The production on Punishment for Decadence is kind of hard to get into at times, I find.
Well, I mean, those first two, I think the production was a little rough anyway.
Well, Rest in Peace was better because you had
Yeah.
Harris Johns.
Yeah, Harris Jones, yeah.
Cryptic Slaughter, Money Talks. I think this might be a drop off from Convicted.
I
But
don't
I'd
know.
still
Like,
probably go there.
I would go with Great. Yeah, I mean,
Convicted, like if this were like debuts, Convicted would be in between top tier Fantastic because that's almost like proto grindcore too.
yeah,
Blast beats all over the place. DRI Dealing with It.
I love that album so much. Honestly, I would put that top tier.
I'd say amazing. I think other albums
I'll
are
go
better.
in the middle. I'll go Fantastic.
All right.
The following.
I like their
Five,
later
I
stuff a
think,
little
were
bit more,
better.
but that album's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, this is definitely when they're still more kind of punk than thrash.
Yeah.
And I'm also just not the world's biggest punk fan, so that I'm biased on that
Yeah.
front.
Dark Angel, Darkness Ascends.
Top tier.
Top
Best
tier.
Dark Angel album. Best Dark
Honestly,
Angel.
there's
Dark
parts of me
Angel
that
album.
likes the first album more than that one. All right.
Even
I
the
love
first
aggression.
demo.
It's Full Tilt Boogie. I do think Gene's drum work on that album is a little sloppy. It's one of the
Wow.
few albums I would say his drum work is actually sloppy on.
On Darkness Ascends,
Yeah.
I can agree to an extent, but dude,
I
it's
don't
so
agree.
fucking chaotic. Like, holy
It's
shit.
it's very similar to the drum performance on Seven Churches, which I like that album. Drum work's kind of sloppy.
Darkness Descends is the
It's
second
not
best thrash
one-
song written about Judge Dredd.
It's not one of Gene's
All right,
better
second
drum
guess.
performances.
All right,
Down the
anyways.
Law's number 1.
Death Angel Frolic Through the Park.
I'm not. I don't like that
Easily
album
the
at all.
weakest. Easily the
Yeah.
weakest.
It's the
Definitely
worst
not.
album they put out.
There's some decent moments on it, but it's just a very odd album.
Weird.
This was
The,
the
like the
mutant
couple tracks
motorcycle
I
one,
heard were just so bizarre. Like I don't even know
Road
what the hell they were
Mutants,
doing.
or
Were they? It's like they were trying to.
I'm bored.
It's like they were trying to be like Faith No More, almost.
Like a
They were-
thrashy Faith No More.
Yeah,
They
well,
were
if you
trying
look
to
at
go
the-
for more accessibility, but I feel
oh
like
yeah,
it just
look at
did
the
not
picture of the
work.
band during that era. They weren't dressing like thrash kids anymore. I think that had the label interference fucking bug.
yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, Demolition Hammer, but
Top
Demolition
tier.
that's top
For-
tier.
first
That's
two.
Get into
one of the
Violence
most brutal
incarnate.
albums ever for thrash. Destruction, Eternal Devastation. I'm gonna go top tier on that one. I actually think in terms of the '80s era, that's the best Destruction album.
There's an argument to be made.
There's an argument.
I think A's Destruction is just absolutely killer.
Yeah.
Here we go, Nick.
Oh, light years better than the first album.
Oh my god,
But
yeah.
not as good as Idolatry.
No, because Idolatry is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But
That
Oh,
first album is legit trash.
yeah, it's
I think this is Evil Dead.
Yeah, but it is Evil Dead, and I would go with okay.
okay. It's big downgrade from the first one.
The first one's their best album still.
Honestly, that's like the only album of theirs I think is even like good. Honestly, because even the last two have
Because
been.
the last one was fucking cringeworthy.
Old man yells at.
God, everything's fucking woke now. I miss my favorite TV show. Goddamn woke TV.
Exodus, Pleasures of the Flesh. I still think it's great,
good.
even if
I think
it's a
it's-
drop off from
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
Bonded by
Bonded by
Blood.
Blood's still the best.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
I think
and
good.
before. I actually like it more than most people do.
I like
actually
it.
don't mind it. I like
It's
it.
not as
quite a
good as
lot. It's
Fabulous
just-
Disaster.
I-
Fabulous
Yeah,
will
Fabulous
say-
Disaster blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will say this though, it's my least favorite of the Exodus albums. I know Force of Habit, but that's a story for a different day. I will say this though, it is a good introduction for Steve, but I do think he would have better albums. I think
Yes.
the main thing,
Yeah.
the main thing that kills the album for me is the production. The production's fucking terrible.
Mainly
on
the
that album.
kick drums.
Yeah.
buried.
The
It's
drum
very
sound
thin.
is pretty bad.
Even
There's
the
some good
remaster.
songs. There's still some good songs I like, but the production just weighs it down for me.
Flotsam and Jetsam, No Place for
I'd
Despair.
say
That's
top
an amazing
tier.
album. It's not as good as Doomsday, though.
I
need
actually
to
think
go
this is
back and
better than
listen to
Doomsday,
it.
to be honest.
I don't know. Dude,
I
they're
love
Doomsday
Doomsday,
do
but
like
dude,
Doomsday for the
is some of their
Deceiver,
best stuff, too.
Yeah.
Dude, No Place But Disgrace. I have it on vinyl and tape, but not CD yet.
I need to get a copy on CD.
I still need to get the first two on CD.
Oh, Forbidden? That's top.
Forbidden, Twisted
Yeah.
Metal
Oh,
4.
Twisted-
That album is so goddamn good.
Dude,
Mhm.
Step
Same
by
with the
Step-
Haunted Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Human Debris.
Again, it's, some people would say, "Oh, that's melodeath, not thrash," but
It's a mix.
They're
It's
way
a
more
hybrid.
thrash.
It's
I don't
a
care.
hybrid.
There's so many goddamn
I'd
good
say
ones.
80% thrash, 20% Melodeath.
Dude, their last one I thought was excellent.
Oh,
I
banger.
still need to get it on CD. Havoc, Time Is Up.
That's a damn good album. Even
that's
though
amazing or great.
my issue with that band is, like, I swear on every album I hear something that sounds like it is ever so slightly lifted from a more famous band like Metallica or Slayer.
Negative.
The song DOA, they transition in that fast part, like it it almost sounds like they lifted the postmortem riff, like when he goes into the fast part.
Heathen, Victims of Deception. I
That's
still
their
need to
best
get the
album.
first two Heathen albums.
That's top tier for me. I love that.
Dude,
album.
I
It's a
love
it's a
Lee Aldridge,
perfect, like
dude.
technical, progressive, almost thrash album. It's insane.
Dude, the cover of Kill the King too.
Yeah,
Hyrax, Hate, Fear, and Power.
I'm not as big of a fan of that one as the first one.
I'd say good.
It's a good, yeah.
I
It's
love
only
it.
16 minutes long. It's
Yeah,
barely
it's
an
16
album.
minutes.
The only thing I know about this album is the title track, just because Napalm Death covered it.
Oh, there you go.
That's about it. Holy Moses finished with the Dogs.
I have not listened to any.
I would say amazing.
I've heard Holy Moses is a really
The last Holy Moses was pretty good.
That's kind of their. I feel like this is one kind of their more almost death thrash album in a way. Like it's heavier. I think it's pretty solid.
Anyways, Pleasure to Kill, top tier.
Yep.
Fucking
It's
masterpiece.
the German Rain and Blood, dude. That's fucking glorious.
Absolutely.
Dude, the song Ripping Corpse.
Yep.
Inspiration for a
Title
killer band.
track, Rite of Violence,
Epidemic,
Death is Your Savior, The Pestilence. Just top to bottom, it's perfect.
I think it was my number 2. Yeah, it was my number 2.
I might
number 1.
I mean, extreme
aggression
and terrible certainty.
Coma Souls beats.
I got a thing for those. Coma Souls is really good too. That's almost like their fucking Season in the Abyss. But
my favorite was Violent Revolution.
Like almost like their Seasons in the Abyss and Master of Puppets kind of album.
This is Living Death Metal Retribution.
Are they really thrash though, or are they more speed metal?
I would consider them thrash. Like, I don't know. Again, the lines between speed and thrash metal are pretty blurry at spots. I would say great.
I think there's a clear line, but
I would say great. I think the sound was definitely an improvement on the first one, especially on the production, because the production on the first Living Death album is really bad. Vocals have always been very odd with this band, but I think they're slightly better on this one. But it's a good album.
Anyways, Peace Cells top.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Second favorite for me, or might be third. I don't know. Killing is my business. Is
second favorite for me.
I think it's a great album, but the second half kind of it's not as strong as the first half for me. In my opinion, I think first half is really good. Second half, I can take or leave, personally.
Mekong Delta. Still
I have never actually listened to that band.
I have listened to
Little
it.
Church.
What, am I just not here? Levi. I would say amazing. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much like German boy band, basically.
All right, that's bold. Well, finally.
I mean, yeah, they're very
hyper
progressive. I'd say top
I've
tier
never
for
listened
dark.
to that Metal Church album. I've only heard their debut.
It's just as good as the first one.
Yeah, honestly, it's right on par. Like that's a tough one for me to pick between in terms.
I feel like the dark is a bit more on the thrashy side than the first one.
Yeah,
because you also got that more
the
polished production helps too.
We got the title track, Psycho, Over My Dead Body.
The first one was very Motorhead-esque. I can really detest to that.
I love that album.
Anyways, Ride the Lightning, easy
top
tier.
My favorite Metallica album.
Second favorite Metallica album.
Minus Escape, it's a killer album.
See, I like
Escape. It's a fun melodic.
It's a
fun melodic song.
They don't like it.
Yeah, the band may not like it, but I like it. It's fun, melodic, catchy.
It'd probably be my third favorite Metallica album. I think Master of Puppets and Kill 'Em All are slightly better.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Master of Puppets more, but Ride the Lightning is so close, though. All right, we got Morbid Saint Destruction System.
That one's pretty good. It's not as good as the first one.
I mean, nothing else as good as that first one, honestly.
I haven't listened to because I've listened to the first one and the last one. So,
Mortal Sin, Face of Despair.
I'd say good
or okay. Like it's a drop off from that first one. That first one rips
from Mayhem and Destruction. Municipal Waste, Hazardous Mutation.
Better than the debut. Honestly, one of my personal favorites, dude. Unleash the Bastards, dude. That's a jam.
Nuclear Assault Survive.
That's not the one
I might like it better than the debut. I don't know. That's tough, but it's a fantastic.
I like their debut. I think Game Over is pretty good.
Onslaught, The Force. That's top tier.
Yeah. I think
that's basically before Zentrix came along. British Metallica.
Yeah,
and Slayer, because you have some Slayer
insanity
on here, but you got a lot of Metallica riffs in there.
Even like a lot of kind of technical plays too, because most of the songs on this album are fairly long.
And the vocals, I love Cy Keeler's vocals on the album, like perfect thrash bite, but also he can do the Halford wails. Like, holy hell! Overkill Taking Over. That's another top tier for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Might be my number two.
I don't like it as much as Feel the Fire. Feel the Fire, I think, is one of my favorite albums.
I like. It's not my favorite Overkill album. I like Decay and like
very close.
More.
I'm gonna be ranking Overkill in October, and It might be close between Taking Over and Years of Decay for my favorite.
I don't
It's
know, man.
so close.
I don't know.
Horoscope is way up there for
Horoscope
me.
is up there for
Horoscope and the Years of Decay and the one with the fucking the gutter scene on it.
Hello from the Gutter.
Hello from the Gutter. Is that
Or
the
Under
name?
the Influence.
Under the Influence. Under the Influence.
Yeah.
Possessed Beyond the Gates. I still think it's a great
I still
album,
think
even
it's
though
great.
it's a big drop off from
I haven't
Seven
listened to
Churches.
that one.
It's a great album musically.
I
They
heard
definitely
it's
shifted.
Better drumming.
Kind of better drumming, and also they kind of got into a bit more technical play.
Yeah. Muddy production.
And explored more melody too.
I mean, Muddy production was kind of their thing up until like the last album.
Yeah, well, I think Seven Churches.
I think
the
Seven
production
Churches was
charming.
better. I think Seven Churches was mixed better than Beyond the Gates. Power Trip Nightmare Logic. That's a top tier.
Top tier. Yeah.
We miss you, Riley.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Protector, Earn the Mad.
I'd say top tier. In terms of like Death Thrash, it's one of the best.
Man.
Dude,
Which
songs like Most Repulsive Antagonist of Life, Quasimodo, Capitalism.
That's funny.
Because I have a whole bunch of their stuff. But, man, I don't know. Because Gollum, I thought, was pretty
Their last album was
killer.
I think the production is better on Earn the Mad versus Gollum. It's a little bit crunchier.
Shedding the shedding of skin was that?
That's
shedding of skin. That's the one.
Vicious one.
The shitting of skin.
The
shedding.
I know.
Anyways, Razor Evil Invaders.
Top tier.
Top tier. That
was my favorite Razor album.
Oh,
my favorite Razor
Restitution
album.
And
Violent Restitution and Shotgun Justice.
I like Violent Restitution, but there's just something about Evil Invaders I gravitate more towards.
That's the thing with Razor, though. Are they a speed band? Are they a thrash act? Are they a
this was like, okay, the first album is hands down a speed metal album.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was like a hybrid of speed and thrash.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same realm as Living Death, I'd say.
I think Living Death's more speed metal than thrash.
I think they're speed thrash hybrid.
Whereas Razor, I think, are more thrash than speed.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's that hybrid. Like, when you get into the Bob Reed era, they're more straight ahead thrash.
Yeah.
With Sheepdog, it was more of, like, speed.
Yeah.
That rigor
it's
mortis
such a downgrade from the first one.
I mean, the Freak CP is probably the other one that I listened to outside of the debut.
Because even their like comeback album was
it was kind of stitched together too, and I mean it was. I think part of it was intended to be a Mike Scotia solo thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, SOD Bigger Than the Devil.
It's okay.
Again, such a downgrade from the first one.
Easily.
The skits are pretty damn funny.
The part where Billy, or no, is it Billy?
Yeah.
Billy Milano, ordering the drive-through.
Boss, focus.
Sorry.
Sabbath's Dreamweaver. I still need to listen to the first.
Dude, I have the one that I think follows that one. That band's awesome.
Yeah.
And Andy Sneak showing his guitar chops too.
Because the first one, the one after this one, the vocalist left and they kind of changed around a bit.
What's the name?
Martin Walker. Yeah,
History of a Time to Come is the first one. That's the one with the red.
And then Dreamweaver, the second one right here.
Yeah, that's the one.
I like the American Way. I still think it's a great album. It's definitely a big notable drop off from
Ignorance. Yeah.
For me, it was good because I think that transition to more groove metal, they kind of exposed that they didn't necessarily have the chops to write those songs quite yet. Like, I think they did better on Independent, honestly.
I think for me, like the big kicker for this album that kind of knocks it down for me is the song 31 Flavors. That song fucking blows.
Yeah. See, Ignorance is almost untouchable.
Like top. Yeah.
It's Nicaragua too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. That's a fun part.
Sacrifice, Forward to Turn.
Oh, dude, all the way at the top.
I'll say top tier.
Top tier.
I still need to get into early sacrifice.
Dude, it's an insane, like, technical, fucking intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seda Swallowed in Black.
Fantastic or top tier. Like that.
That's fantastic. It's a solid death thrash album.
Technical.
I've only listened to one, and that was the last one I thought was all right.
Anyways, Sepultura Schizophrenia, despite production,
Yeah.
it's a top tier.
Production's dog shit. I mean, the drums sound like he's fucking bouncing a basketball on different fucking
But
floors.
it's better than Morbid Visions.
It is. Inquisition Symphony, best instrumental they ever fucking wrote.
Yeah.
Through the Wall, one of my favorite
Come the Storms.
songs.
Yep.
Yeah, Escape
to the Void. Yeah, that's a killer one.
Thank you, Andre.
Skeleton
Andreas.
Witch.
That album was ass. That's the first one I ever picked up by him. Honestly, it might still be a favorite. I don't know.
Yeah.
Slayer Hell Awaits, top tier.
Top tier.
My personal favorite Slayer album.
Second favorite.
It's my number 4.
I think it's
fourth. You could argue they were getting proggy for a thrash band because they were in their songwriting.
Yeah,
they really explored.
It's a bruiser of an album. It's fucking heavy.
You could argue it's proto death metal.
It is.
It's arguably the first death metal album.
Dude, if you put like Chuck Schuldiner on this album, it's a death metal album.
Yeah.
Probably beef up the guitar tone a little bit.
Yeah, but
maybe just a notch, but
and it really encapsulates like the band, like, oh, it's a very evil band. That album encapsulates that band's like whole
entire sound.
Yeah.
Sodom Persecution Mania, top tier. My favorite Sodom album.
It's my number 2.
I think it's number 4 for me. Number 4.
I can't say yet.
But I mean, every song on there is amazing. Even the 2-minute interlude.
Procession to Golgotha.
I love that. I love that riff.
Even the Motorhead cover is fucking killer.
Iron Fist is a great cover. Iron Fist. And then Bomb and Heigl is such a fun, punky crossover song.
Dude, Nuclear Winter is still one of my favorite.
Such a classic. Electrocution, one of their more underrated cuts.
The title track. Dude, even like the 3 bonus tracks that were from the
Experts of Sodomy EP,
yeah.
Suicidal Tendencies Join the Army. I'm gonna say amazing.
I would go up to Fantastic for me personally, just because that's probably my favorite Suicidal album.
It's up there.
That's the one where the metal started to squeak in. First one, I mean, you can just call it a punk album.
First one's straight up hardcore, but
I dig it. But that one, you get Rocky playing guitar on that one. You get some more leads in there. You get some more thrashy riffs. Suicidal Maniac, one of my favorite fucking songs.
Join the Army's awesome, but I think the next two beat it out.
How
I Laugh Tomorrow and Lights Camera Revolution.
You still got there's still a lot of punk on that album too. Like Possessed to Skate, that's like a straight up punk song. There's not really any thrash on it.
Crossover. Well, it's more. I'd say it's still a crossover song.
I think it's way more punk.
It's more on the punk side.
It's got a very major chordy sort of sound, but they're still playing it like thrash riffs. I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
Tankard, Chemical Invasion.
I'd say amazing. I think it's one of their best albums. I mean, Tankard gets a lot of shit from people, but I think they're solid. That's one of their better albums.
Top tier.
I
think it's my favorite Testament album after re-listening to it.
It's up there.
My number 2. I still love The Legacy so much.
For me, it's really between New Order and The Gathering in terms of which is my favorite.
Toxic Holocaust, Hell on Earth.
That one's pretty good. I don't think it's like I think they got better later on.
Yeah. It's not up there with like Chemistry of Consciousness.
Chemistry of Consciousness, my favorite. I fucking love that album.
Overdose of Death might be my pick right now, but
that's up there too.
Toxic with Think This.
Man, it's hard for me to get behind the vocals.
I'd say musically it's fucking killer.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, vocally it's kind of like
it's ear piercing.
Very high pitched. Yeah.
Vector Outer Isolation.
I'd put that up near top tier. Fantastic. That's a killer fucking album.
Violence Oppressing the Masses.
Sean's vocals sucks slightly less on that.
Sean's vocals sucks, but musically it's still pretty damn good.
It's good. It's good.
I haven't listened to it in a hot minute.
Violator.
I don't have that one. I only have the review.
Scenes of Brutality, I think it's called.
Yeah,
I'd say greater good. Like it's kind of like Brazilian Slayer, I guess you'd say.
That's what the first one was. That's the only one I own.
Yeah, I mean they're a decent band.
Voivod, War and
War.
Pain. I'd say great, even though it's very raw, very gritty.
I
But
keep thinking this
really
is the
good
debut
songs.
and Roar's the second album. I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
it's better than War and Pain, slightly.
Yeah,
War and Pain, at least for me, has the novelty of Voivod, the song.
yeah.
You know,
Whereas
you're
with
like,
Roar, I think they started getting more of the thrash in
Yeah.
there.
Early
Yeah.
Voivod is still kind of like one of those weaker areas for me. Like I love Voivod almost across the entire board. But the earlier stuff where it was a little bit more punky, like it was cool, it was different. But I think Killing Technology and then kind of onward, like that's where Voivod just opened up the fucking floodgates of weirdness.
That's when they really got their sound.
Warbringer, I forget the name of it.
Was
I
it-
have
what was
it.
it
Is
again?
Waking
That's
in
what
the
Gary Holt
Nightmares?
produced.
Yeah, Gary Holt produced.
I think that was an improvement over the first one. The first one, War Without End's
First
good.
one was awesome, but yeah, they
Raw production.
got better. Watchtower, Control, and Resistance.
We're gonna disagree on this one.
This was the one. This is the one with Alan Tecchio on vocals, and his vocals are better than Jason McMaster's. Still high, but not as high as Jason.
See, I'm not a big fan of even Watchtower's music. Honestly, to me, for a thrash band, they lack the intensity that a thrash band needs.
Well, they definitely wanted to go for more of the technical style. I mean, Ron, the guitarist.
Oh yeah.
Whiplash.
Take it to Mayhem. I'd say great.
Pretty great. That's a fun album. It really is.
It's not their best, I don't think. Like I think they have other albums that are better, but it's still a fun album.
Yeah.
And then finally Zentrix for Who's Advanced top tier.
Yeah, that's up there at the top. I love that album.
Then I said earlier, prior to them, Onslaught was British Metallica. Zentrix, definitely British Metallica. That's like their Master of Puppets and Justice for All hybrid album.
Yeah, that's a damn good album. I actually have an
album.
OG fucking print of that one.
I got the reissue. Same with Shattered Existence. But yeah, as far as like ones missing, like I would say, Evil Infected Nations.
Yeah.
You have Mesro's Summon Thy Demons. Let's see what else. I guess technically the Crown Death Race King would be his sophomore album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have the Haunted in there, then you can kind of say you can have the Crown in there too.
Yeah, they're almost one and the same kind of. Yeah. They're almost one and the same. Although I'd say when it comes to the Crown, it's like 65% thrash, 35% death metal.
I mean,
because it's thrashy, but you got a lot of blast beats in there too.
Yeah, I mean, again, I threw this together and while you guys
you can definitely add more.
Yeah, I will add more later. That's for sure because there's tons of bands I could have included.
Oh yeah. Lich King, maybe that's another one.
Yeah, namely, kind of missing one of the other because we got 3 of the British Big Four. The one that's missing is Acid Rain, the one I'm not super familiar with.
Enforced.
No, not
Enforced.
Gamma Bomb. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Enforced.
Paradox.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
8 Sphere.
I would argue Cro-Mag's Best Wishes should be on here.
Yeah, that's a crossover album.
And that's my favorite crossover thrash album of all time. Who else? Who else could be on here?
Crumbsuckers could be on here too.
Crumbsuckers, yeah. Yeah, Crumbsuckers could be on here.
I had a band, I lost it.
I guess another one, although Levi'd probably disagree with me, Agent Steel.
Agent Steel's kind of tough because it's like there are thrashy moments, but I think they're more like speed metal bordering on power metal.
I kind of put Agent Steel in the same realm as like Metal Church, where it's like power thrash hybrid.
I don't know. It's really hard. Who else? What other ones?
I'm drawing a blank, man. I really am. I literally had one and I lost it.
You got some like cusp bands. I mean, you could argue Nasty Savage.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's another
See,
one.
is Celtic Frost a thrash band though?
No.
They have
Is it-
thrash. They had
They
thrash
have
in their
thrash.
sound.
They're like a hybrid of like thrash,
They
death,
have everything
doom.
extreme metal.
Yeah.
Everything extreme metal.
Yeah.
Reanimator, I agree with that one.
Death Row. That's another one. Exhumer.
Yeah, Exhumer.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was the band I was thinking. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
Necrodeath.
could be.
Cerebral
you could
Fix
go
and
with
Assassin.
Hexen.
Those are old ones.
Merciless.
Merciless, yeah, that's another one.
Merciless Death.
But yeah, there you
Uh,
Mutilator.
Yep, that's another one.
yeah. Then again, they only had 2
Oh.
albums, but they would.
Sarcophago.
Sarcophago. I think
Again.
of them as being more first
Yeah.
wave black metal than death metal.
Like proto.
No, like Laws of Scourge is a thrash album, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's a death metal album.
I think that's
Almost, I think it's almost tech death.
To me, the first Sarcophago album, that's like proto war metal to me. That's like proto blasphemy, archgoat, that kind of realm. Then
But
the
it's still
other
first
albums
wave
are more
black metal.
death threat.
And then Rotting, the EP, even though honestly that should be considered an album because it's over 30 minutes and it's 6 songs.
Must because of one song in there.
Well, almost all the songs are like 6 minutes plus.
Yeah.
But like that's more them gearing more towards death metal, but still having a little bit of the black metal in there and some thrash. Laws of Scourge to me, I think, is a tech death album. Like like proto tech death, because there's a lot of technical guitar work on that album.
I don't know. I would still say thrash, maybe death thrash, but there's so much thrash in that album.
Oh,
What about
another
War? Would you consider
another
War
one,
thrash?
Destroyer 666, Phoenix Rising.
Yeah.
I mean, well, black and thrash.
Well, you might as well add all the black and thrash, like
Yeah.
RR and Death Hammer and
Hell, even Abzu, maybe, even though I consider them more black
Absu.
metal.
Absu.
I
Absu
would consider
could be
them more
on
black
here.
metal, but him and they're thrash.
I mean, even the first Abzu album is kind of like a straight up death metal album, like death thrash.
I'm trying to look at my
Oh.
collection. I can't really think of anything that we haven't talked about. Again, I just mentioned War. If that's
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
War's
the
kind of a weird
Their
one.
first album is more hard, more punky.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Dude,
Oh,
American
Suicidal
Ice is
Angels
so fucking
Could be
good.
another one for like newer
Suicidal
thrash bands.
Angels, Angels at Petrita.
Yeah.
That would be another one that you could throw in on here. Same with Silosis. You can throw Silosis on here. And hell, might as well add Trivium on here too.
As long as we're not adding Avenged Sevenfold.
Well, okay. Well,
They have
Avenged Sevenfold,
thrashy moments.
they have thrash moments, but I think of them as being more just a metal band.
Yeah.
Like almost more like classic heavy metal at times.
more traditional heavy metal, yeah.
With power metal and prog and
Avant-garde.
and Nick, you still need to listen to the stage. 'Cause
It's a shame they don't have a
legit
singer.
grade one. That's a legit grade one musically though. It's when they
But-
finally decided to
but-
become a
but the
prog
poop-
band.
The poop growls.
I can look past the poop grunts and recognize that the music on the stage is legit phenomenal.
Dude,
Like,
he's
there's
bearing down like
I feel
he ate
like every
like
time
nuggets
whenever-
of cheese for a month.
black metal parts on there. There's death metal breakdowns on there. Like it's legit.
Yeah, like on
Well, the thing with Ex Hoarder though, I
That's
think of
not
them as being
groove
one of the
metal.
first groove metal bands.
Only like the first album I where I would consider a pure thrash
It's
album.
Slaughter in the
After
Vatican,
that-
that's like a hybrid of groove and thrash, whereas The Law, that's straight up groove metal right
Oh, yeah.
there.
yeah,
And an awesome groove metal album at that.
I love it, but yeah, it's not really
And
a
again,
thrash
everything
album.
Ex Hoarder has done has been awesome. Even the new
Oh, fuck
album
it,
was
yeah.
still pretty good.
It's different.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Defiant. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Defiance, good one.
Yeah, no,
So again, their second album had Steve
I
Esquivel.
guess, actually, since I brought up Cro-Mags, might as well have Agnostic Front on here, because Cause for Alarm, that's a crossover album. And a great one, too.
I really haven't listened to much Agnostic Front, so I can't really say.
It's mainly the early Agnostic Front you should check out. I would say particularly Cause for Alarm. That's actually a great album. And it has Louis from Carnivore on drums and puts on a hell of a performance.
Again, Roger's vocals.
Well, Rogers, his vocals on Cause for Alarm, I think, were his best because he wasn't doing that style yet.
Oh my god, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, Cause for Alarm, his vocals didn't get to that level yet. Yeah, Niflheim, if you go for black and thrash.
Even though they're kind of almost more black and speed metal in spots, I'd say.
Yeah.
Nervosa.
Nervosa, yeah, you could put Nervosa on here.
Yeah, they're going to be making a new album, too.
There's a video up already. I haven't checked it out yet.
So, Maniac, did you have any other lists he was working on, or was this it?
Well, that's the only brand new one I've made that would be new to you and I. I do have others that I've updated, or ones that I've gone through with just me and you, not these two chuckleheads.
Yeah, I guess we could go over one of those. Well, what was one of them we did the other night?
I'm gonna grab a smoke. I'll be back.
All right.
Refill anyway.
All right, while you're gonna go grab a smoke, I'm actually gonna go get something to eat real quick, so I'll be right back as well.
All right, we'll get brainstorm.
Do you really want me and Levi talking to each other for a hot minute?
Children, you can handle yourselves all right.
Just make it slow and sexy.
Tolerate my bullshit every once in a while. That's fine.
I barely tolerate your bullshit, Tristan.
You don't tolerate my bullshit, Levi.
But anyways, thank you all for being here on this computer return stream, which I am very happy. Very, very happy. Like, this is the happiest I've been in a few weeks. So
I plan on getting one myself too, man. It's just a matter of space, honestly, because my room's
and also making sure you get the right parts too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not planning on gaming and you're just wanting to do for like video rendering, then that's fine.
I mean, I plan on gaming and doing videos too, so.
Yeah, I went for some expensive parts, Rick. The whole thing, all the parts cost me about $1,700, which my old computer, which is over here on the floor in front of the closet, when I bought it pre-built, it was like $1,200-$1,300, and that was 5 years ago. But this one being $1,600-$1,700, it's a bigger case. I could actually put an old school Blu-ray player in here and wire it in eventually. I got a newer graphics card, a beefy power supply, plenty of memory, and plenty of storage. I actually took the hard drive or the solid state drive from the old computer and put it into the new one so I didn't lose all my files. So that's a definite plus.
Well, since both of them are gone for a hot minute, do you want to talk about Night of Champions may or may not be canceled because of all the shit that's going on?
I'd rather not.
I mean,
I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Let's just not even bother.
It's called Night of Champions, although 2 titles are being offended. Funny how that works.
What the hell did I'm gonna plug and put back in.
Why is everyone leaving me again? Oh.
I'm back.
Hi.
There we go. I was trying to figure out why this thing wasn't working.
Hello, boys.
That was funny.
trying to think of like another list, or like what was the list you were gonna send?
Sorry, I'm being chicken. I mean, there's a bunch we could do. Like
Well,
death metal.
what was the one that you had that we did, but these two didn't do?
Well, I remember you and I did thrash metal bands together. We didn't do it with these two.
Well, I thought we did.
it.
I thought we did. I thought we did a list Sunday.
We've done you, me, and Ricky did the death
Yeah.
metal bands ones, the absolutely huge one.
Mm-hmm. And then y'all
But
did.
was that on
movie-
Sunday though?
I think you,
Yeah,
Ricky, and I also did the doom metal bands one, but not.
Yeah, it was
with
doom
Awesome
metal.
Nick.
And then you guys did albums from like the 2010s, I think.
Yeah.
That was the one we did on.
Oh,
Sunday. That was
we're
the one.
talking
I
about
was
the ones we did on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Sunday we did what
2010s
comedy
metal
movies,
albums.
2010s metal albums,
I think that was.
What about
it?
and
What
the
about-
worst metal albums.
And the worst metal albums.
What about 2000s thrash albums? Or 2000s
I've been trying to
death
look
metal?
up. I've been trying to look up 2000s lists. There's not very many that be had on there.
I probably
I
have
think
to make
that's the
copies
same
myself.
list y'all did on that's the same list y'all did on Sunday.
On Sunday, but I want to get Nick involved with this one.
Oh. And
Tell you
me
what.
too, to a lesser extent. 'Cause I got some thoughts on these.
I will start working on a new one while y'all are doing this, so I'll get back to you.
Oh man. So Maniac, how's the weather been treating you there, pal? Because
How's the what?
it's fucked over here. The weather. Have y'all been getting like bad heat and all that stuff, or?
A little bit, nothing like too extreme, honestly. Like it's gotten a little bit colder this past couple of days, but I mean, we did have a few really hot days, like a couple of weeks ago that were pretty brutal.
Yeah, like the heat.
I'll be glad.
here-
I'll be glad next week it'll cool off quite a bit, like to
Yeah.
low mid 80s next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been like in the 90s. here.
90s.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been bad. Like Sunday, my parents and my brother were out of town, and I was home by myself, and I was planning on cutting the grass, and I put like a shit ton of sunscreen on my neck and my arms because, well, I'm a redhead and I tend to burn easily. And I cut the entire front and back shirtless. Later on the night, took a shower, and my whole back was completely red.
Hmm.
And I'm still battling it. I'm like, oh, you bastard. So yeah, the heat here has been ridiculous, dude.
glam metal tier list. I don't think any of us are into glam metal enough to really do one.
Yeah, no. And, hell, there's even bands that have glam metal albums. I don't even consider them glam metal albums.
Like Judas Priest or like, yeah.
Me personally, I don't consider Dokken a glam metal band. I just think they're just a traditional hard rock heavy metal act with just the glam aesthetic.
Hell, even like Twisted Sister, I think, are just like a
Twisted
metal
Sister, I
act.
think, are just classic heavy metal.
Same with Skid Row. Well, the
Yes.
first album's kind of more glam, but the
First
second
album's kind of glam metal, but everything afterwards, no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that for sure. Fucking external CD player, fuck off.
External CD player.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to eventually get an internal one and have it wired into the fucking computer and just go from there.
On this fucking thing. I'm trying to think of what all to chat about.
Well, Nick should be back here at any moment, so. New Toxic Avenger. I still need to watch the original, the Trauma Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, I did see. I think like a trailer for it. Oh, some of these I saw something Marvel related. I completely forgot. I don't think it's Robert Downey Jr. related. I don't think it is, but someone's gonna be playing, I think, a villain or something like that. I can't remember who it
In
is.
what? In what?
God. I saw it on Twitter. I can't remember what it was, but I'm like, oh, that looks interesting.
Is it for that Ironheart show that's out now on Disney Plus?
No. Like they've got so many movies planned for like the next like 5 years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, hell, they announced recently the X-Men reboot. All right, Nick is back. So this was a list. So this was a list that Maniac, Ricky, and I did on Sunday when I was on my phone. 2000s metal.
I think Ricky had left at that point. It was just you and I.
Ricky was gone by that point.
But still, here we go. So 2000s metal albums. So we kick off with Neobliviscar's Urn.
Not as good as Portal of Eye, but good. It's good. I like it.
And then Portal of Eye.
That's the one I started with.
I need to get the Neobliviscars.
And then that one's also fucking masterpiece level in my opinion.
Citadel. Gojira L'Enfant Sauvage. I have to go.
I love it. That one just seems like it's overlooked. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. And then we have Magma, which I still enjoy.
I like Magma. I put it at great.
Dude, Stranded has such a catchy riff.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BT Band Parallax 2 Future Sequence.
I like that album, but I think like Coma Ecliptic and
Automata 1 and 2.
Mostly 2. Automata 2's like I think the superior of those two. And then Colors 2.
Colors 2 is really good. I dig that album.
I don't know. That one's more middle of the pack for me. Like I love it. It's fucking killer. But again, this band has put out so many fucking awesome albums. I put it at good or great.
You can't beat the original.
Colors is still the top tier one for me. Nope. Levi Freeze?
Hello.
Yeah.
Levi, you've gotten really good at holding still. He's got this
squishy boobs.
Kind of grimace on his face. Maybe he's pooping. Levi, don't blink if you're pooping. Okay, all right. We established that he's pooping.
It's either that or his computer just shat itself.
He's shitting skin.
He gone.
All right, everybody. Levi is dead. We will be holding a memorial service this next Sunday.
They nuked us down, I guess. That's where the bombs are dropping.
Oh no. Not again. God damn it.
He didn't hide in the refrigerator.
It's a town in Ohio. No one will notice. I live in Ohio. I know.
Just blend in with the environment. Do not make any subtle movements. Who farted? Well, this is awkward. It's like
he'll be back.
It's like a family gathering that you've like never met each other before. It's like, we're somewhat related. Okay. Hi.
Oh, I held you as a baby. Okay. I don't know who you are.
Sure.
Aunt fucking Cheryl, your fucking Watergate salad.
Hey, she was the cool one, man. Well,
all right, Levi. Anytime now.
Come on. The joke was funny.
Oh, a grunge tier one would have been fun. Stoner tier.
I'm not a fan of grunge.
Rick, you got to come in and join us, man.
Ricky. Ricardo.
All right. I don't know what the hell.
Everyone loves an Alice in Chains.
Oh, dude, I just got their Nutshell EP. Or not, Jar of Flies. Not Nutshell. My bad.
All right, now that I'm back, so
What happened? Did your
left off
computer
on.
decide to take a shit?
No, my internet decided to be stupid. So, anyways, so BT Bam, where do we stand on this one?
I think Nick put it good.
All right. So next up, we have Tool Fear Inoculum. I still like it.
I'm great. Decent. Dude, it's a long fucking drum session. Dude, it's mescal.
I mean, I love drums.
It's a kind of a boring, except for Tempest. Like Tempest, I think is the only track I really liked. I mean, yeah, Danny Carey's an awesome drummer. We know that.
Slayer Repentless.
Terrible. I hate that album.
Terrible.
Yeah, pretty average.
Bad.
It's fucking bad.
I don't think
It
I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's good.
It's the worst Slayer album.
For a send off for a band, it feels so half-assed.
Oh no, Diabolus is still fucking dog shit.
Diabolus has a couple good songs. There's not a single song of Repentless I like.
There's a couple redeeming qualities with Diabolus, but for Repentless, there's like little to none.
The production on Repentless is way worse than Diabolus.
Gary Holken saved that album.
Oh yeah,
they didn't let him do anything.
Yeah, well, that too.
I mean, it's mostly
Dying
Kerry
Fetus.
King songs.
Yeah.
Dying Fetus reigns
Top
supreme.
tier,
But-
fucking excellent album.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, that
top
one's
tier.
I love that album.
Probably.
I was jamming that album when I went to go see Napalm Death, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Forgot what this was.
Agalok.
Oh yeah, Marrow of the Spirit.
Nick,
Where did you say?
Oh yeah,
This internet's fucked up, man.
it's going kind of haywire right now.
Yeah, my connection's a little wonky too.
you're Nick. You're just a block of pixels.
Going.
Am I lagging or am I good?
You're good, boss.
You're fine. Nick is.
Usually I think it's my internet because my internet's pretty bad too.
For somehow my internet is fine unless I'm lagging and just don't see it.
Nah, you're fine.
Nick's frozen on my screen and he's got such a such a disgusted look on it. He's so he's like he's like that one uncle that you're trying to impress, but he's just so disappointed.
Why is that so funny?
Woo, man! Oh, I about peed.
He looks like he's yelling at his kid who tried to fucking because he sucks on cornhole or something.
Oh,
Oh, damn it, Nick. Oh, that was great. He was like, what do you think Sleep Token is the best band of all time? Oh, have you heard Typo Negative?
Jeez.
Ow, that actually hurt.
Just wait for Nick to come back.
Oh, fuck, dude, I'm crying. Why is it every time it's on your channel that shit like this happens, Levi?
I don't know. What is that laugh?
Shut up.
Holy crap, boss! You need to.
Let's hear your laugh, Levi. As if
Yeah,
yours is so much better.
yeah,
It is.
mister.
It is better than boss.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm not gonna force a laugh for you guys.
Sounds like the Pillsbury Dolby.
Nick is an ice princess now. Oh,
Ice princess. Get it together, boss.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
Balagna.
I needed this after the week I've been having, man. Good shit. All right, Nick, the joke is funny. Time for you to come back now. The audience is starting to get a little impatient.
They're getting
refunds.
antsy. They're getting
No
antsy.
Antsy in my pantsy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nova's
Harder. Oh, God, that was so good. I need to go get some Pepperidge Farms.
Yes, Pepperidge Farms is quite good, yeah.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
He's
Maybe
quite
I'll try
good,
some
yeah.
of these distinct Milano cookies, and maybe this whole thing just disappears.
Billy Milano cookies?
Billy Milano cookies.
No.
It's like Herbie cookies without the cocaine. Herbie cookies.
They can sing and let it go, let it go.
Why is my internet being a hoe?
Do you want to build a snowman? We used to be best buddies, and now we're not.
What? Hold on. Wait. Time out. Why do I feel like I can imagine Nick singing that song with his Jesse Ventura impression?
Oh, God.
Do you want to build a snowman? We used to be best buddies, and now we're not.
Yeah,
We used
God.
to be best buddies, but if you don't build a snowman, you're not a patriot.
You
can't
are
be-
not a patriot
You
if you
sound
don't like Frozen.
You can't be a
Sorry,
patriot.
son of a bitch.
You can't be a patriot if you don't go out in the snow butt-ass naked and build snowmen.
You sound like Jim Carrey's the Grinch.
Yeah.
You see, Max, we go out to the snow butt naked and look at all the people there in Whoville. Because, fuck it.
That's that universe where the Grinch becomes the fucking governor of Minnesota.
What now?
Well, Jesse Ventura, he was the governor of Minnesota, so imagine the fucking Grinch is the governor of Minnesota.
Whoville.
Oh.
What if Whoville is in Minnesota?
Yeah. All right, we got Nick back.
Yay!
The Ice Princess returns.
I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's been really up and down.
Oh, dude.
So what were we doing?
So we were last at Agalok, Marrow of the Spirit.
I haven't listened.
It's not
as good as like
Elemental.
Yeah. I put it good.
Yeah, still good.
All right. Behemoth the Satanist, top tier.
I still think Evangelion's better.
To me, it's the best Behemoth album. But I don't know.
I got it from Demigod. So I don't know. I kind of more death metal oriented stuff.
Yeah, I like their more black metal stuff, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I love Jethro Darkest. It's decent. There's some good songs on it, but the majority of it's forgettable. It's
pretty listless.
Magua Exercises in Futility.
I had it in the top tier. I think it's a brilliant album.
I think it's pretty. I put it around great. I like the next one more.
Age of Excuse.
Age of Excuse. That one's, dude. The drum performance on there is fucking insane.
Yeah, dude. Darkside is such a great drummer.
Deathspell Omega, and I always forget the name of this.
Pericletus.
And what year?
I forget. I think it's 2000.
It might have been 2013.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Because I know they had the Molten Bones in 2016, and then
Synarchy of Molten Bones, yeah.
And then 2019, I forget the name of that.
Pericletus? Cletus got a pair.
Cletus McFarland.
Ooh.
All right, Insomnium, Shadows of the Dying Sun.
That's a really good one.
I've only heard one.
Yeah, I mean, great's good. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick one of my favorite Insomnia. That's just so fucking consistent.
Their last one I really liked. I thought it was a really good album.
Bring Me the Rising Sempiternal, blah.
Nah.
I forgot what this one was, Maniac.
Oh, which
This
one?
umbrella.
Was that
This
their
one with
fir-
the umbrella.
Oh, that's the other. That's another Bring Me the Horizon. I think that's the Spirit,
Oh.
or it's Black.
Yeah.
None.
None.
Nick.
Is that Damn Chill of Life?
Let me double check. Yeah.
I think that's Damn Chill of Life.
Yeah.
That's the one I really like by them. Depressing as fuck. Like, hard to listen to at points. But really good.
Yeah.
And then we have another None album.
That one's not quite as good as Damn Chill. It's good, but yeah.
Yep. Woods of Ypres 5, Electric or Gray Skies and Electric Lights. I don't know why they put it on there twice, but they both are. It's fantastic. Basically, Typo Negative meets Agalok.
Yeah. Or from what I've heard.
Kiss My Ashes Goodbye, one of my favorite gothic metal songs ever. Rest in peace, David Gold. Creator Gods of Violence.
I'd say it's good. It's just to me, it starts. I'm not saying a drop off. It's just not as great as the album beforehand, in my opinion.
Which is Phantom Antichrist.
That is a fantastic album. I love that.
See, I'm not a big fan of the soaring, triumphant creator. I want my creator mean.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar like that too. But
Yeah.
I thought Phantom Antichrist was a brilliant album. I love that.
I love both of them, but yeah. Rivers of Nile, Where Owls Know My Name.
I haven't listened to that one.
I still need to listen to it in full, but I figured Nick was
top tier.
Top tier. Slipknot 5, The Gray Chapter. I think it was good, but again, after Paul passed, it was like they were trying to figure stuff out. But for what they did, it was good. Whereas with We Are Not Your Kind, I think was a big step up.
Average or bad.
5.
I think it's a great album. But with Point 5, I think they were, it was a going through the motions album because obviously Paul passed, but Alessandro, he's a good fill-in for the bassist, and Jay Weinberg fucking crushed it, but
even though I think they got a better drum upgrade with Eloy now.
Yeah.
So, and I'm kidding. I'd be curious to hear how
they'll
do on.
But yeah, We Are Not Your Kind. I'm not a fan of.
I
don't know. I really like
one of my least favorite ones. Is We Are Not Your Kind.
I think the last Slipknot album was the worst one, but
still has its moments.
No, that's a great album.
Adderall, what the fuck?
Okay, that
Adderall
wasn't good.
Odd.
But everything else was awesome.
Okay. I forget what this was.
Never mind.
Which one?
This.
I have no idea. That's some kind of black metal thing.
I've seen that album cover before.
Nightmare Logic, top tier.
Yeah.
Redeemer of Souls.
I know you aren't a fan of that album. I think it's a great album, personally.
I think it's a great album.
Production,
songwriting is good. The production, the worst. In my opinion, it's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst sounding pre-sound, but I think the songs save it, in my opinion.
I'd say I'd agree.
Sword of Damocles, holy shit. Dragonaut, the riffs on those albums great. Dude, fucking Halford on Halls of Valhalla at that point of his career, the best high notes he's done in years.
Anyways, Firepower goes
fantastic. Fantastic.
I mean,
I'd say top tier.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Firepower was a masterpiece.
I forget the name. It was like Shai Malgamgar. I don't know how you say it. Cattle Decapitation, Monolith of Inhumanity.
That is not that. I haven't listened to that one.
Great.
Yeah.
I know a Forced Gender Reassignment. I know that.
And then Death Atlas.
I'd put that. That's top tier album.
Death Atlas top tier.
Fantastic stuff.
Now we're into obscure. We have Delivium. Still think it's a pretty damn good album. Same with Acroasis or Acrosis. But
that one's, I don't know, that one doesn't, or Omnibium's one of their best.
I think Omnivium is the best for me. I don't know. It's between it and
Cosmogenesis
Cosmogenesis.
way up there.
I don't know. I like the more melodic and definitely getting more prog on Omnivium than where they were on Cosmogenesis. Rotting Christ Rituals. I still enjoy it, even though it's going for a certain vibe. It works for that album.
I like the last Rotting Christ album.
I did not like the last Rotting Christ album. I thought it was.
I'm in between.
I like earlier Rotting
Christ.
Christ.
Good. I liked it.
early Rotting Christ is the best.
Now,
Christ.
the Heretics, I think, is a big step up. That's where they started to get more hooks. There was like more catchy riffs on there. And I forget what this one was.
Oh, that's Ghost Bath, I think. Yeah.
No.
I don't know that one.
Ghost.
And
Yeah.
then this one, I assume, is
Is that
Ghost Bath
Ockley's?
What is it?
This one.
That's Ockley's, I think.
Oh, Ockley's.
No, I don't know.
I mean, neither. They're like the black metal also rate from what I know, like that crazy dissonant black metal, very much like death spell.
Yeah.
Rammstein's self-titled.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
There's some good songs on there. Mastodon, Once More Around the Sun. I still think it's great, even if it's my least favorite Mastodon album. And then what's this? Because I always forget. What is that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I got no idea. Anyways, Bell Witch, and I forget the name of this album.
I do too, but I think it's good.
I'm not familiar with Bell Witch.
And then Mirror Reaper. I want to put it in top tier, but I'll put it in great. Mirror Reaper.
I just think there's a lot of other better Funeral Doom bands than Bell Witch.
True, but Mirror Reaper was a huge standout. Such a huge standout. Anyways, Nails Unsilent Death.
I put it in great.
Masterpiece.
It's a killer album.
Dream Theater. I think personally it's a great album. It's not my... Actually, I think it is my favorite from the 2010s era of Dream Theater.
I think you put it like
He's got some heavier.
top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's between it and Dramatic Turn of Events, as far as like my favorite from the Mike Mangini era. Forget what this is. Eldamar.
I
don't know.
Probably
Mayhem Demon.
Yeah, that's probably my second favorite Mayhem album.
Mine too.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm going to be ranking Mayhem in the future too.
Well, there you go. Meshuggah Koloss.
That's a great or good.
Great or good. It's got great songs, but overall the album, it's not as good as Obzen for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think few albums are as good as Obzen.
Holy crap. Panopticon.
Which one is that one?
Autumn Eternal. Yep.
Oh, that one. That's in terms. I don't own much, but I own that one. That album is beautiful. Greater masterpiece.
Then we have Bellacore.
Don't have that one.
I need to dive into more Bellacore.
Bellacore's good.
I know them, but I don't know that album.
I know of Summoning too.
Windhand.
That album.
That's pretty good. Good stoner doom.
Oh yeah, Windhand.
Yeah, I like their earlier stuff. Their newer stuff seems to kind of flirt more with like 90s alternative.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up we have what the hell was this again? Alcest. I haven't listened to this Alcest album.
Me neither.
Borknagar True North. That's a great one.
I have only listened to one Borknagar album.
The new one.
Yeah. That was
Winter Thrice. Winter Thrice, you need to listen to that one. I think that's their
Actually,
masterpiece
no.
right there.
I stupidly didn't put it on my year-end list because I'm a smart individual. Fucking idiot.
What is this? Mine and Warfare.
Mine were
Oh,
for
Minion Burfer, Album Pass, that's top tier. That's such a killer black metal album.
Cannibal Corpse, Red Before Black. I think it's a really good album, even if it's lower in my
Good.
ranking. But it's still
I've heard
Go to the slashers.
I've seen people kind of rank it towards the bottom. It's still good, but
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
every Cannibal Corpse album's good to outstanding. So
from what I've seen, it's kind of stuck between two great albums in the Skeletal Domain and Violence Unimagined.
Ethereal Shroud.
Never heard it.
No.
Don't know that one.
In Mourning, The Weight of
In Morning.
Oceans. There we go. Heaven Shall Burn. I forget what this one was called.
I don't know that Evan Shall Burn album, so can't say on that one.
Surgical
Oh,
Steel
yeah.
Top Tier.
Love that album.
Yep. What was this? Le Discreet. So more
Oh.
Black Gaze. And then just put Motionless White there. Anthrax for All Kings.
I was
Great
like,
album.
great.
Great.
That's a
Yeah.
great album.
I love that album.
That's a top. Was that top 5? Yeah, I think it was a top 5 album for me.
The Valley by Whitechapel.
I put that in great, honestly. I think that's a really strong album of theirs, and they kind of widen up stuff a little bit in terms of their sound.
Yeah, I agree.
Metallica Hardwired Self-Destruct. I still think it's a damn good album, though.
I think it's good. It's just the main problem I have to is that,
Strip it down.
yeah,
Yes.
Again, as I will say, if they had taken the first 3 songs of disc 2 off and left everything else as is, you'd have a great album.
yeah.
there.
We get they're like Man
Because
Unkind.
again, disc 1, Man Unkind, the main thing that stood out was the bass melody at the beginning, but like disc 1 was perfect the way it was,
Yeah,
and then the final 3 songs on disc 2 were awesome, especially Spit Out the Bone.
Yeah.
So if it was just those 3 songs and all of disc 1, you'd have the best Metallica album since And Justice.
plus I think
That's
Lars
not hard to
Ulrich
do.
stepped up.
Well, Death Magnetic, I still think is a great album, even if
I
the
think
production
Death Magnetic is
suffers.
actually very underrated. I actually really dig that.
The
It's
most
okay.
underrated Metallica album. I will
Yeah.
flat out say.
Even
It's
the
just
production
Part
sucks
2.
on that album.
I think this is Glory Hammer. Yeah, it is Glory Hammer.
Yeah,
I've heard
I'm
of
not
them.
familiar with them.
But yeah,
Winter Sun Time
I
Part
have never
1.
listened to Glory Hammer.
And
It's
then
pretty
Winter
good.
Sun
I
Time
like
Part
it.
1. I still think it's a great album. And same with Time Part 2, but I think probably Time Part 1 is still a little better.
we got Time Part 2 before GTA 6. So
Pretty much. Trivium Sin and the Sins. I think this is a great album. It was a great return to form for Trivium after 3 albums of inconsistency. Kind of got back to their proper sound.
Mm.
Granted, I think the following 2 got better, but still. A Monomarth Berserker. It's the weakest Monomarth album, but it's still got some moments.
I
Yeah.
would say average.
It's
Like
pretty
that. That's just it's a monomarth. Just kind of just like, well, we showed up in the studio. Ta-da.
Granted, Great Heathen Army was a big improvement, though.
Yeah, they're about equal in my opinion.
I mean,
Well, I like the
Dude,
production. I like the production better on Great Heathen Army, and plus there were songs that actually felt more like a Monomarth than on Berserker. Anyways, Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race. That's top tier.
I don't know. I like because honestly, I returned to Starspawn more. And the new one.
Which is not on this list for some reason, but Sayor, I forget the name of this one, but I need to listen to early
I need to
Sayor because
listen
again,
to
the last two is the only stuff I've heard from them. Uh,
McGuire, Hearts Toward None.
McGuire.
That's top tier for me. That's probably my favorite McGuire album.
I don't know if I
I
have
love
that.
that album. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
Sabaton's butt.
Beyond Creation, I forget the name of this album. So.
Oh, I have that one. That's a damn good album. I think they got better later, so I'd say great.
Ugh, I'm not much of a Beyond Creation fan.
Yeah, the bass
And
work is
then-
so good.
And then a Legion, and I forget the name of this one. Isn't this their first
that's
one?
the debut. I can't remember the name of it. It's a good album. That's where I became a fan. I would say good to great.
Arcspire.
Trash.
I like Arcspire.
I hate Archspire. I can't stand that band.
I'm
These are fun.
indifferent about Arcspire. Deaf Heaven Sunbather.
Trash.
Again, this one. Then again, this one and New
Average.
Bermuda. I still need to listen to.
The
I-
most
New
boring
Bermuda's
album
pretty good.
ever created.
Yeah, New Bermuda.
But yeah, Sunbather. Dude, the new album might be their best album. I really fucking dig that
I need
one.
to re-listen to it again.
I've seen a lot of people really dug it, even if they're not fans of Deaf Heaven.
Or
I'm
Black
not.
Gaze
I'm not really a Deaf Heaven fan. Like, I think New Bermuda's pretty decent. I think Sunbather's overrated as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I didn't bother with Ordinary Something Love. I didn't care. And then the last one they just went shoegaze entirely was just, it was boring, dude. It was like listening to paint dry.
All right, Horrendous Idol. I'm torn between
Killer
top tier
album.
and great on this
I would
one.
say great.
Yeah. Immortal Northern Chaos Gods. That's a great one.
Really good.
That's a
really,
killer
really
Immortal album. Even though no Abath, Demon Oz.
Demon
did a
Oz
damn
did good.
job.
He did good.
Testament
Strong
Dark Roots
album.
of Earth. I think that's a top tier Testament album for me.
I wouldn't go top tier for me personally because I think it's the weakest out of the modern albums, but it's still really good.
I think Titans of Creation might be their weakest, but it's still awesome.
I love Titans of Creation.
I like
That
Titans of
might
Creation more
be
than
my
that one.
favorite of their modern output, personally.
Oh, never mind that.
Dog shit.
Vector Terminal Redux. That's another top tier one for me. Hell, if I remember when I was doing
Killer.
shitty reviews on YouTube, that was top 5 for me in 2016.
Hmm.
So, Periphery debut. I mean,
I'd still
never
say it's
listened.
musically it's good.
yeah,
I hate
Spencer
Sotelo
Yeah.
fucking voice.
Havoc Time Is Up. We talked about that already, so we put that in great. Black Sabbath
Pretty great.
13. Time to stir the pot, Nick.
Uh,
Putting it in great.
I'd put it in decent at best.
I still think it's a good album.
I still love.
It's just them going over the same old shit they've all done before. Like, it's really not that inspired sounding of an album. And as a send off to the pioneers of heavy metal, it's just so middle of the road.
I'm honestly not a big
I like it because it's just dark and miserable, and it sounds gloomy, and yeah,
Yes.
I dig it. I think it's a solid album.
I just got bored personally. Like
Yeah.
like Ozzy was just talking. It felt like for most of the thing. Like the only thing I can praise about it is Geezer Butler's bass. That's literally it. Like I think his verse don't even sound inspired. He sounds like he was bored. And Brad Wilkes fucking sucked on that album. Like you couldn't get Bill Ward? Seriously?
Disagree.
Yeah, Nick. We need to teach these kids.
Really? You think Brad Wilkes
I mean, no,
would
it's
done-
different strokes for
did a
different folks
better
there.
drum performance than
Yeah.
Bill Ward could have done? It felt phoned in to me. Plus, I thought the best track on the entire album was the fucking bonus track, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, At the Gates to Drink from the Night itself.
It's
Musically, I think it's great, but the production definitely
The production
suffers.
is better.
I kind of don't mind that one. Like I used to not like that one, but we're ranking at the gates. That one's grown on me a little bit. So
I think
I don't know if I call it
Daggers
great yet, but
Daggers of Black Haze. I really love that song.
That's a good song. I think the
There's
Nightmare
a-
Bean is their best since as Slaughter the Soul, in my opinion.
That War with Reality was killer.
Our Reality is really good, but I think Nightmare Bean's a little more consistent.
Crip's Sermon, The Ruins of Fading Light. That's a top tier.
and War with Reality was the safe
Yep.
return. Like,
Yeah.
All right, Sodom Decision
Yeah.
Day.
I'd say great.
album. Really good. That was, I think,
Good or
in my
great?
top 5.
I mean, it's consistent Sodom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Megadeth Supercloud me like
Dog
bad.
shit.
Worst Megadeth album ever. Primal
Oh,
Fear
no,
Unbreakable,
Risk
I have not
is-
listened to.
I like that Primal Fear album. I'd probably put it good.
All right. Exodus, Blood In, Blood Out.
I thought it was great.
Really like
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Megadeth Dystopia. Where do we go with this?
Yeah. Is Nick an Ice
I'm-
Princess again?
No, his thing's black on my screen.
Yoo-hoo. Necrotic Nicholas.
Oh, there it is.
So I'll put Dystopia in good, even though I
Yeah.
think that's the most overrated Megadeth album ever.
Mm,
Yeah.
Haven't listened to Infinite Annihilator again, but
nah.
Opeth Pale Communion, I'll go good. Orange Forever, I'll go with good for it as well. Opeth Sorceress, though, I think is legit a great album. Right there. All right, so last we left off, Nick, Sorceress. I'd say Sorceress was a great album.
Sorceress is a solid album. Pale Communion, no. Pale Communion.
So much better than Pale Communion.
Pale Communion's boring.
There's one good song on it. The rest of it is just.
Voice of Treason.
I think it's better than Heritage.
Well, Heritage isn't that good either, so that's.
Heritage has more memorable songs.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shop for a Cowboy, Sun Eater. I'm going top tier with this one.
I think it's. Yeah, I don't. Man, it's hard for me
I
to say
haven't
it's the
listened
best
to that
album.
one yet.
I still like
Oh.
Genesis a lot.
Their last album I thought was excellent. I love their last
Which is
album.
essentially continuation of Sun Eater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sun Eater Part 2, Mooney Boogaloo.
Here's my thing, though. Like, people seem to shit on the last album, and I don't understand why.
I don't get it.
I've seen a lot of people say that it's too similar to Sun Eater for how long the people waited for it.
Well, I mean, you want to continue that style a little bit. I think there was more chaos on Moon Healer than there was on Sun Eater. Whereas with Sun Eater, he was able to slow things down more. Whereas with Moon Healer, it was kind of like full tilt speed for the most part.
Yeah, there was a lot of twists and turns on it.
Devin Townsend Transcendence, I go top tier on this one too.
I don't know if I go top tier in it, but I would call it great. I love the song Higher. That is a beautiful fucking song. Stormbending, beautiful. There's a lot of good songs in it, but Debbie, I don't think was invested in it. In fact, I think most of the rest of the band did a little bit more writing on that one.
Enslaved E.
Top tier. I mean, that's pretty much where most Enslaved albums belong.
That's Chris Barnes' favorite Enslaved album.
I didn't know he listened to Enslaved.
I doubt he does.
I think he does.
Sciences.
I would say great, honestly.
It's almost up there with Holy Mountain in my eyes.
I mean, it was a fun surprise on 420, that's for damn sure.
No idea why it came out on that day.
I have no idea either.
I don't know why either.
Totally random.
What this
Pretty
one
obscure.
is. Plaga.
Is
I
this? Yeah, no clue.
And then Slow. What is this? Slow 5 Oceans.
I don't know.
And we end off with Insomnia. So we have One for Sorrow, which was 2011.
Pretty solid.
I think that's actually the first Insomnia album I ever heard a song from.
Oh,
The only Insomnia album I listened to was their last one. I thought their last one was really good.
Oh, this one though, Winter's Gate.
Gate. That's an awesome
Hang on,
one.
where's
One, like, what, 30-minute track?
43 minutes, I think.
43 minutes?
Basically, modern day. It's a modern day version of Edge of Sanity Crimson.
Yeah.
I think it's a masterwork. And then finally, Hard Like a Grave.
That
Not
one's
as
really
good, but still amazing.
I like that one.
So
They're very consistent. They don't really miss.
nah. I still need to get into the 2000s era.
I have a quick
Insomnia,
question.
like their old era.
Where was Niall at?
Well,
Why
you
is
had
Niall on this list? Come on, man.
Well, you had three. Yeah, you had At the Gate of Thu, What Should Not Be Unearthed, and Vile Nihiletic Rights.
See, I don't know. Like, just 2010s metal, there's like so many bands that could be on this list.
No Accept. No Sepultura.
No Iron Maiden.
See if you can find a stoner rock
That's
or stoner
probably
metal
for the
one.
better. No Maiden on this list is probably for the better.
Yeah. I hate to cut this stream short, but I'm actually starting to get a little loopy over here. So,
Same.
but we'll continue,
Yeah.
and when we come back for a future stream, we'll kick it off with stoner rock, stoner metal albums. And Nick's gonna have to educate me on a lot of that because I am
Same.
not familiar with
Maybe-
very many bands.
If we can even find one, I feel like that's the number one I'd have to make.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you, Nick, Maniac, and Boss for stopping by. And once again, happiest I have been in a few weeks because now I have the new rig and
What?
videos will be back.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Who?
Okay. But no, since I got the new rig, videos will be coming back pretty soon, kicking off with the Sodom review this weekend, which I can't wait for that.
Yes.
And of course, looking for things to be better on the channel going forward now that I got this new setup and no background noise. Hopefully on videos from now on, so that will be great. But anyways, thank you guys who tuned in. Keep your horns high and your dreams wet.